Hello, everybody, and hello, everybody, and welcome into Frostfall episode 6. I want to say with some sort of confidence. We are sponsored by Martin Mancini. That I can be confident in. I will also be confident in telling you to go and buy his books. You'll love them. I wouldn't say that if I didn't believe it. So go ahead and check them out. And as promised, we do have Blame as a guest. He's here right now.
How goes, everybody? Hope I sound clear. Hope I'm sounding good.
Good enough. I don't know where Trucker
Yeah,
is.
good. That's
Mark
what
is Mark is probably not gonna be here, but Trucker should be here eventually.
Yeah, Mark said he had something with the wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mark probably won't make it with us, folks. But hey, you traded him for me. I know it's not a fair trade. I know Mark's better, but I'm gonna try at least. I'll give you the best I can.
Mark's only better at this point because he's established. You're not established yet.
I mean, fair. And what I'm about to establish is going to piss some people off and make some people love me. So, I'm coming out full swing, and I'm actually in a really good mood today. I had a bunch of computer problems earlier in the day, but I think I finally figured it out and fixed what I wanted. So I'm gonna be a little more giddy and a little more happy today. So I'm actually really, really happy. Did
Accidentally burnt some arm hair. That stinks.
you do that?
Because I believe that if I put a little heat on my wrist, that it would stop being itchy, which was pissing me off, and now I still itchy
Mm,
and get to smell burnt hair. So I didn't win. I lost.
yeah. Ooh. So I don't know if I told you guys, but I got us like a couple sets of dice from a coworker of mine, and one of them is the FU dice that has the FU and F me, FU on the nat 20, F me on the nat 1,
Yeah.
but it's also got the UF me on the D6 as well. And it's made out of like I think this is like a granite or a quartz of some. I'm pretty sure this is granite from the way the stone, how it feels and stuff. It's really nice. I
Oh,
need to take a picture at some point.
yeah, that'd be cool.
But we can show the. Can we show the FU and all that on Instagram? Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I
People do it all the
don't
time.
see why not.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Chaos. You played Witcher 3, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Have you played the DLCs?
Which DLCs?
There's like
The only
two.
two DLCs that The Witcher 3 has.
Blood and Wine, and
There,
what was the other one?
yeah, there's the Blood Wine. I gotta look it up because I just forgot it. Which the one with the I'm gonna call him a genie, even though he's not a genie, because
Yeah.
I've never taken the route where you fight him, and I'm not gonna start because I played him so many times where I just love to take an item from him. It's like, look, give me the endless gourd, and then I don't know what else I want. I've never fought him, even though people are like, you gotta fight him, you gotta fight him. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, he's evil, but fuck the guy he's fucking over. I don't like him. Yeah, I'll post it in
Exactly.
chat. But
Uh,
if
I
if you're
honestly
familiar,
tried my hand at Blood and Wine, but I never actually got far because I didn't actually finish up the main story until then. And where I was in the
yeah,
main story is that I wound up losing track because I got into Gwent at the bad time. So a few people that had cards I wanted no longer were there.
yeah, I
I got
I
mad.
just completed the main. Yeah, I just completed the main game, and I just collected all the Gwent cards. You know what's stupid? If you want to be able to collect all the cards in the game, you have to play the DLCs. It's like one of the main story cards to get it. You have to go play this the chick, one of these chicks over in another town that runs like this really nice constabulary. I can't think of her name.
Honestly, I really wanted to get a monster deck, but I never had the chance to get the cards.
See, I'm a Nilfgaard main,
I
and
want
the only problem with
monsters.
monsters are lovely. The only problem with Nilfgaard is you have to get a spy card, or your hand has to be really good. Otherwise, you're kind of fucked. Because Nilfgaard is built on you need a spy card or two.
What's the point of the spy cards
But
again?
you give your opponent it gives your opponent some numbers, but it allows you to draw 2 more cards from your hands.
Speaking of cards, I got a very small but interesting victory. I went to buy some more Pokemon cards. I'm gonna do the opening for this channel hopefully this week. Not sure, but hopefully. Depends on how it goes. But they have this thing called a display pack where they stick it into this sheath to show you what pack you're buying for the loose ones. And I bought the display pack for one of them, and I think I bought all their loose packs for that set, which was only 2 of them, including the display pack. So I'm hoping that display pack is like cooked, like almost rigged. That'd be hilarious.
Crooked pack, here we go.
That would be hilarious because I guarantee there was people that were buying them up like crazy. Like, I know there's a hit in here somewhere. That it's gotta be. Nobody else in the States got a good card from this. And then I'm just gonna show up. Hey, I bought this display pack, and wow, it's all hollows, all ghost rares.
But spoiler warnings to anybody who hasn't played Witcher 3, even though the game's been out for a while now. Chaos, do you remember the Von Everett family?
Mind you, dude, when I first tried my hand at Blood and Wine, I did the opening mission where you had to fight
This isn't Blood and
the.
Wine.
Oh, what about the main story then?
This is Heart of Stone. This is
I never
this
played
is the
that.
other
Never.
DLC. Ah, damn it! Never.
Dude,
I was
I
just gonna
literally
say that
restart
Just told you.
My perfectionist ass made me restart once I realized I got screwed out a lot of cards I wanted. And then I never
Why?
went back to playing it. Because I
Heart of
wound up.
Stone is how you get the rest of the cards. Blood and Sorcery. Okay, the Blood one. That's how you get the That's how you get the Skellengard deck.
Wait. I could have had the Bone Zone?
No, Skellengard. No, Skellengard. The basically the Witcher's Vikings. They're Norse. They make that.
Skellige. Sorry.
Yeah.
Skellige. I forgot about Skellige for a while. I remember I fist fought a troll. That was fun.
Yes.
I beat his ass first round.
I love how they make you fight animals.
Like, yeah, make me fight a berserker in his bear form, then make me fight a stone troll.
I managed to get the absolute worst ending. That's like the only thing I remember when I was playing. I never got to finish. Even though I have it, I should just play it. But I got the absolute worst ending for the Red Baron quest line, and it stunned the hell out of Thunder. She's like, "How did you manage to do this so poorly that nobody won?" And I'm like, "I was bitter. Like, I don't know. I hate them all."
Yeah. If you save the kids, you doom the Baron's wife. But if you doom the kids, you save the Baron's wife. And I've done them both. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer saving the Baron's wife over dooming the Baron's wife, just because the Baron's men's become a huge pricks if you let the Baron kill himself.
Yeah, that's what I did. He died.
Yeah. I thought you were about to tell me you let Siri die. I was like, you motherfucker.
No.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that was possible until I was looking up. I was looking up where to find 2 specific Gwent cards when someone showed me, oh yeah, Siri can die if you fuck up this option. I'm like, what?
So, question. At the fourth defense mission, how many people could you actually theoretically get in the fortress to help you defend it? I know you can get
Um,
Letho to join you, and that was fun to get. The
I think
tension was palpable, and I loved to taste it.
I don't honestly know. I'd have to look up all who you could get. There is an option where one of the Witchers will die though. If if you did the side mission where you help the witch go to that castle out in the middle of the lake, if you kill her out there, I can't remember the Witcher's name now though. The really douchey one with the
The
cut
cat school
red
dude?
over the eye. Yeah. If you do not save the blonde-haired witch whose name is escaping me, and you let her die, he will die. He will die during the invasion of Karimora because she normally saves him. If you kill her, basically a shite load of wild huntsmen will just like curb stomp him for lack of a better reason.
Oh.
Yeah. What caught me off guard though is they become a couple at the end of the main story. I was like, no shit, are you serious?
I love that.
I
Yeah, they're
also
perfect for each other.
I remember that I was able to boink Yennefer on the stuffed unicorn. That was funny.
I love Triss.
Yeah.
I'll just say it.
Nah, you're wrong.
Oh, I'm with Chaos. Triss, give
You
me the
both are
redhead.
wrong.
Give me the fiery, lovable redhead over the black-haired bitch.
You both are wrong.
I
Oh,
fuck the cannon. I don't care.
I'm not going for canon. I'm going for what's right.
And you're
I mean, as
saying
long as
Yennefer is right for fucking Geralt?
100%.
Yennefer's too much of a bitch. I'm sorry, I
So is
can't.
Dude, she
Geralt.
is
I've done.
ice
I've
fucking
done.
cold.
So is
Geralt needs a
Geralt.
warm. Geralt needs a softer, warmer touch to bring out the kinder side of him.
No, see, if your women aren't evil, cold-hearted, and emotionally distant, then you don't got the right one.
Thunder, you heard him here first.
She knows she's emotionally unavailable.
And this is why I'm single.
Yeah, I'll stay single. I'll pass on that crap. I've done the Yennefer line. I've done the Triss line. Hell, I've done the line where you romance them both, and you end up handcuffed to the bed, and Dandelion has to come and save you.
No,
Yeah,
she's
they wind up throwing the fucking table. I know one of them throws the bed out, or do they
Yennefer
throw the
throws the
bed out
bed.
either way?
No, Yennefer will throw out the bed no matter what because Geralt and Triss slept together on it in the previous game.
yeah.
And you can, if I've done this option, you can push Yennefer's button and she'll throw you out of that castle multiple times.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm honest.
I'm a masochist. I gladly do that just to be a shit lord.
I'm just kidding. Thunder's not
See,
emotionally unavailable. It's just funny to say that.
yeah, I'm tempted to do a run, do my new game plus run, and make Geralt like I've never done it, so I kind of want to see what the achievement for it is. Make it so Geralt doesn't court either of them, because I've seen if you don't court either of them and you keep Ciri alive, when you go into the Blood DLC and you get your own vineyard, Ciri will come and visit you. But if you have one that you courted and you go play the DLC, the one that you've like courted and that's now in love with Geralt will come to his vineyard instead.
Trucker's making me nervous. We gotta get started soon.
Yeah, where the fudge is truck?
Yeah, like I can't really get started until he gets in here.
Okay, please. Oh man, I've waited so long. It's been so long. Don't blue ball me at the point of release. Not even online. That's what I'm scared about.
We might have to get back on the road first, so I have no idea how long that's
Mayor,
gonna take. Yeah, what's up?
I have a question for you.
Sure.
in regards to my what I posted you about my DM, could like when do exactly do I do those roles,
Well, I mean,
or is that just whenever?
you've been training for a week, so you could make your first 7, but I've rigged it so that there is there's no discernible amount, discernible time when you need a higher low. It's
Exactly.
every once in a
Uh,
I'm switching it for each role.
hey, I love that. Keep me guessing. Let me make me work for it. Like I said, nothing good, no skill worth using is never easily obtained. The more I work for it, the more I sweat for it, the more sweeter it's gonna be.
Oh, he's active. It looks like we might be getting him in, which means we'll let him yell for a few seconds and then we'll get started.
Yeah, he's gonna want to yell a little bit.
That's fine. I'll let him yell. Hold on, he's typing something. That's probably not the greatest news.
Oh, it's like, hey guys, I can't play.
I swear to God.
Knock on all the wood. Knock on all the wood. I knocked on wood. It's just a joke. Hey, fucking. Oh.
I should be.
I'm gonna go AFK real quick to fill up my water.
That's fine.
Thing's 40 ounces, so it'll take a second.
I get it. I'll be right back myself. I'm gonna get a drink.
Cool. I get to participate in my least favorite activity, talking to myself.
Oh, fine. I'll stay
Oh,
online.
go get your
If the
damn
Bluetooth
drink.
works the way
Get your drink.
I'm getting my drink. I'm getting my drink. If the
I'm gonna
Bluetooth
mute
works the way
you.
I want it to, I can go upstairs.
Alright, I'm in my bathroom. If you hear the water running in the background, that's just my faucet.
It's more you're Barbara Streisanding yourself. The more you didn't need to say anything, nobody was gonna even notice.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I can walk around my house now.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. But you guys keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
If Trucker gets in here, remind him
So-
he's on audio and shouldn't be saying too much awful things.
Alright,
Got it.
so, Flame, question for you.
Answer, hopefully. I'm gonna get a sherry and have a little sherry tonight while we
Can I,
play.
can I take a crack at guessing what your class is? Just your class, not your subclass.
You wanna take a guess at my race, my class, and everything else?
No, just your class.
Let's hear it.
I'm thinking. I'm just gonna go for the no-brainer since I know you, cleric.
Maybe. Maybe not.
We'll see
Is that your
whether
final
I'm
guess?
right or. My second guess. Let's see. Second guess. Warlock.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, you're wrong on both fronts.
Badoo!
Trucker!
Yeah, that's.
We're recording right now, trucker, so choose your words carefully.
Alright.
Hello, trucker?
Grumble, grumble, rebel, rebel.
Rabble.
Rhubarb, rhubarb, rhubarb.
He's back.
Dude, don't puke.
Alright. Well, with Trucker being here, then we shall get started, hey?
Let's
Let's
go,
do
eh?
it.
Me,
Ugh.
it really do be like that sometimes. Okay, good. I got the right thing. Music. Hopefully not copyright music. All
Probably
right.
some of the World of Warcraft stuff copyrighted.
Yeah, it would all be.
No, some of it isn't.
that's not really important right now.
Yeah, just let me know.
Hold on. Fuck, my mic is picking up some audio that I don't know what that is, so if you heard something weird, oopsies.
No.
Alright, in last week's episode, our heroes, for lack of a better term so far, have finished clearing their way through a massive high-rise in the quarantine ward. They went and fought 3 hags that seemed to be the source of the issues of this ward, who had managed to capture themselves a very nice ancient white dragon who, upon the defeat of the hags, flew off and nearly crushed everybody under the rubble of their dwelling. After such time, the walls had fallen from the quarantine ward, allowing people to run in any which direction, sending a great stir through the entire city of Wuldar. Our heroes walked back home through the chaos to make sure that they, in fact, did not get captured and get wrapped up in the whole mess of the walls falling down. They started walking and they were met with a horde of zombies, then a horde of rats, where they chased down a young man who looked very disheveled and greasy. And after dispatching this young man, they discovered that he was the self-proclaimed zombie master. Nobody's sure if he is a real threat or not, but what we do know is he managed to upset the Ratmancer, who they met previously. Omen decided to run his mouth as much as he humanly could to get the group in almost as much trouble as humanly possible, to the tune of a death sentence, but managed to escape with a very, very hefty bribe. And the group spoke with Creepy Johnny for a little bit, and they went to bed. So what's been happening since then? We're doing a bit of a time skip for about a week here, so I will go through that week. On the downtime, Chaos, or Omen, had begun constructing his altar that he had been building in his dreamscape, where he speaks to those 2 entities, and had bought a bunch of incense. Holden, however, decided to get to work and started doing delivery missions from various smiths to the guards, and Creepy Johnny also had him delivering pamphlets around because business started to pick up, and Creepy Johnny did not want to allow a good thing to go to waste. So I will go through what has happened during the week. Day 1, you guys woke up to seeing your boss, who you only see at the end of the month and the beginning of the next month, Mr. Hector, had showed up day 1 and gave everybody their 10 copper a month payment for working at the bar. During that same day, an announcement from the guards came out stating that all the wards would be going into lockdown and everybody would be restricted to their ward for a while because of the chaos from the quarantine ward's walls falling. At that same time, a mysterious stranger with 2 more strangers showed up and purchased the only other available room in the upstairs inn, who the rest of the group was too busy going out and doing their various jobs or purchasing the things that they needed to buy, so they never saw who this was. All they know is somebody occupies the other room, but they still are yet to see him. At this time as well, Nimbleton had been hunting and gathering for the bar and also trying to find more materials. On day 2, business had picked up a lot which has kept you guys very busy. So even in your spare time, there isn't much spare time, but it's very good for business. And Mr. Hector, by the beginning of day 3, has left again. You guys never saw him enter or leave, but you knew he was there. On day 3, Ophelia Valentino had actually shown up at your bar and told whoever was there, I'll leave that up to you guys, and Creepy Johnny, that she now owns the entire block that the Zombie Master had destroyed. On day 4, the news breaks that the guards have been sent to war against members of the quarantine ward who were too inflicted by the hags to have their curses and afflictions broken, and the fighting have so far been kept to the high rises of the ward. What really freaked you out on day 4 is you heard a massive rumbling, and you saw huge iron golems walking through the street, which would be the equivalent of people seeing a tank rolling through their streets for the first time ever.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys have never seen anything like that. You didn't know they existed until then. But now you do, and that
Like,
makes you worried about the guards.
what do the iron golems look like in your world? What does their appearance, just physical appearance, look like?
If you go and look up the Pokemon Regice, basically like that, but with I'm drawing a blank on his name. You remember? Oh, Yorm the Giant from Dark Souls.
Yorm?
Yeah,
But
that helmet on a big suit of iron.
boom!
Yeah, terrifying.
So it's
Yeah,
basically
I
that
played Dark
golem
Souls 3,
Pokemon.
so...
Yeah, they're very scary and very powerful.
Oh wait, what about Golruk from Pokemon?
Yeah,
He's a
golem.
giant. He's a big golem with a band-aid over a big crack in his chest. He's a ground ghost type, and he's a frickin' tank.
Yeah, that's pretty apt. I didn't know who that was. I had to look it up.
Like,
All right. Let me get through the rest of this. Day 5. The guards begin recruitment drives for all branches of the military and guards for the first time in a century. Day 6. The government incentivizes people to have children for the first time in a century. Day 7, and the final day of the week before we get back into day 8, which is where we'll be talking to the group here. Day 7, developmental research into alchemy and clerical magic are now being prioritized by the government. A new agency is to be announced. As you guys wake up on day 8, you see Clarence at the bar talking to Creepy Johnny, which would just be Holden and Omen if Holden is able to... Well, Holden doesn't need to join us right now. His scene will come up in a minute, but as long as... Can I get an indication that you were listening, Trucker?
I'm listening.
Okay. So, Omen, you see Clarence.
it's so good to see you.
Oh, of course, it's great to see you. I've got great news for you.
And what is that exactly?
You're cut from the job, and he throws you a small sack of coins.
He'll catch it and open up and look inside.
There appears to be 5 silver pieces, which, as you know, is a pretty big deal.
Hold on. 5 silver! Especially, that's nice. It covers up my cost for buying up all that incense.
I've got enough for... I've got Nimbletons, and, well, big man, you know that, you're not getting your cut. I needed that for something, but don't you worry, it's paid off. And
Much appreciated.
he will stand up and offer, like, make a gesture towards Holden with one hand and the door with the other, asking you to follow him, Holden. I'm going to assume that Holden goes with Clarence, I hope.
Chuck, are you there, man?
Well, he's got to be muted for what he's doing. I was just waiting to see if you typed something down. I will say, for the sake of making me happy, because I'm the only one that can participate besides Chaos, and Chaos doesn't get a say, that Holden goes, which makes me have the warm and fuzzies. So, Omen, you're just sitting there with Creepy Johnny.
So, Creepy Johnny, how's business been?
This has been interesting. I've never seen such business before. I mean, a lot of weird characters. The guards keep coming in. We might actually be a legitimate business.
So we might actually be able to get tax write-offs? His eyes look perked up.
I don't know if we've been paying taxes. That's not my area. That's supposed to be
true.
Mr. Hector's thing.
So as far as Mr. Hector is concerned, we might as well be we might as well be exempt from certain taxes if we keep this up, it being a legitimate business.
Not really my problem. I'm more concerned with the bar looking clean and you people looking clean than...
Oh, speaking of, Creepy Johnny, do you happen to know anyone who's a good hand at a paintbrush? As he pulls out the gourd that he's been keeping around on the back of his belt. I want to pretty this up a little bit.
Not that you can go to right now. There should be some in the living and giants ward. The other, you could probably find... I'm not saying there aren't people here in the undead ward, but we don't exactly attract artists yet.
That is to say there isn't someone who's just quietly doing their thing, though. Though of course they are quietly doing their thing, so they don't want to be found.
Ask
That is
around.
true. Honestly, since Holden is taking his sweet time with his meeting, I feel like it's only fair if I keep myself busy so he doesn't feel like I'm just doing the impatient waiting bit near him.
At this time, you hear a noise from the stairs, and Flame, can you describe yourself?
No. Yes, I can. You see coming down with a woman under each arm, a tall 6'4" black dragonborn. Mayor, if you'd like to show the art, 'cause I think I sent you it at some point.
Bard, I
Yeah.
fucking knew it.
You sent me an outline. I never received official art.
I never. Oh, did I never send you the? Yeah, I did, dude. I sent you the official art too.
I didn't see it.
I literally go paste it back in the. Here.
Well, I
There,
don't know
I just
how to
pasted
show it from here.
Well, it's also on my character sheet if you want to just do that version too.
Yeah, just I have
Coming
to do
down,
something.
a black dragon wearing looks to be breastplate, maybe chainmail, tight tan leather pants with a darker brown, little bit of a tunic in front of it. He's jovial with a bottle of some sort of alcohol in one hand, with the women under each arm, and as he just comes down, ladies, it has been a wonderful week. I must say I am a little sore on both ends, but I would be more than happy to have you two again sometime. And do bring that gentleman you talked about, Valor. He sounded so entertaining.
I'll see if I can get him. Not really my job.
I understand. But I know I already paid, but for the fun of it. And he's gonna tip them each a silver piece.
They just
Do
smile
enjoy
and
yourselves.
very quietly, like, supernaturally quiet, just kind of glide out the door.
He'll kind of look at the bar, see everybody, kind of like, whoa, look at this motley crew.
Tilt. Head tilt.
Hold on. Mayor, I need you to delete that token because I can't control it. So I'm gonna put my own token down and
That's
control
fine.
it. I'm gonna go ahead and put myself right here at the bar. Well, hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Fine.
Oh, where are my manners? Jormungand. And you are, sir?
Omen.
He'll put his hand out for a shake.
The moment you grab Omen's hand, Jormungand, his hand feels cold. It feels like unnaturally cold. Like he should have like body warmth to him, but it is almost like ice is coursing through his veins as opposed to actual blood.
Hey, chaos.
Jordan, you've been boinking vampire horrors for a week straight. This is not unnatural for you.
Yeah. I'm saying he doesn't shake your hand. Like, he takes it like a shake, then turns it, and then he'll turn down and kiss the back of your palm. Pleasure.
Is this normal for you, or is it just, or am I just special?
Oh, everyone's special. But you and your radiant blue is extra today.
So, I see from the way you walk, you at least carry yourself decently well.
I would hope so. It is my honor, after all. I have to be cordial to a point.
Of course. You see, I'm more trained in a bit more of a closer form of combat, so I was able to quickly catch how you were able to carry your steps even after quite a rigorous exercise with those rather dashing ladies.
They were quite beautiful, weren't they? Though I won't lie, I do prefer both sides of the coin. And I was rather sad I could not get a gentleman with us. But, alas, those two were lovely companions for the week.
I see you've brought extras from the drink.
I'm sorry, the what now?
The drink, the brothel that you had to have gone to get them.
Yes. I'm sorry, is that not allowed?
Not typically, but I can't stop people from bringing in outside guests.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean to offend. I thought it was allowed. Here, let me compensate. What must I do to make amends for this transgression?
Your room better be spotless when you're no longer using it.
It is already spotless now. What sort of gentleman would make a mess and not clean up after himself? Do you take me for a common fool, a simple pauper?
You don't need an insight check. You can tell that he does not, one, believe you, or two, seem to be enjoying your conversation.
I'm gonna roll something. Fuck. Okay, you all see it clear as day, like, just that bite of the tongue of like, alright, fine. I promise I'll clean it up before I leave. Sound fair?
It will have to be, otherwise I'll find you.
Oh, please do. A gentleman of your caliber will be quite the fun time.
You have no idea.
No,
And
seriously.
he licks his lip, like he licks his teeth when he says that, by the way.
He will just give him a dreaded look. Like, seriously, you have no idea. Last time we got robbed, there was apparently a fifth person that went into the back to deal with Creepy Johnny. Only thing that was left of him was the stains on the wall.
Yeah,
Creepy Johnny was covered head to toe.
Yeah, to give you an idea of what you saw when you saw that his office, there wasn't a person there, it was gore.
Yeah, literally. Okay, I'm gonna gross some people out, but you remember the preschool scene from Elfin Lied when Lucy loses control and just goes nuts?
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, I just went there. I went there.
I'm gonna make it worse. He'll look at Johnny, then he'll look to you, then back to Johnny. Do tell, do you have any of that left? I am quite hungry though.
Any what?
That person left. It was a person, right?
The pile of gore that I created? No, that got mopped up and dumped into the trash outside, which is where corpses go.
Exactly.
Ah,
we don't.
shame. Quite hungry.
We don't keep awful around.
If you're hungry,
He'll. Oh god.
if you're hungry and have a copper, you can have stew.
Very well. Is it meat stew at least?
Yes.
Alright, he'll
We
put a
have a
copper
couple
down.
good hunters.
Yeah, he just sets down a very nice sized bowl of stew.
Jormungand's jaw will unhinge like a snake, just pour it down his gullet. That was delicious.
Great. Trucker, are you available now?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, we will cut from this scene to what is happening outside. Trucker, you and Clarence walk outside and take a very sharp right and another sharp right to a small alleyway. Well, small is a relative term, but an alleyway that is between some of the residential areas and the bar, and you see a orc that stands at 7'10", standing right next to a carriage. And Clarence just looks at you and goes, well, I'm going to give you what your portion bought you. Are you ready, boss man?
The carriage?
Oh, even better. Mr. Granite, can you open the boot of that carriage? Mr. Granite very uncarefully opens up the boot of the carriage. You see him reach inside and with one hand pick something up, which now you can see as a person as it's being slowly lifted out of the carriage and just slammed very hard on the ground, and they are gasping for air.
Who's that?
This is a man called Mr. Answers. And if you want to roll a history check, you can do so if you want to figure out who Mr. Answers is.
Of course, nat 20.
Yeah, you've heard a lot about him because he's in the same ward that you would have come from. He is the greatest private detective in all of the Giants ward. And he looks like he's been beaten to hell and looks even worse now that he has been slammed on the ground.
Clarence,
Yes, my friend.
why do you have him here?
Clarence, drawing his rapier and squatting down next to the man, lifts his head up off of the ground and puts the rapier to his neck and just says, "Do you want to tell him or shall I?" And the man just starts, trying to hide his face, so Clarence looks at you and goes, "So you know how your wife and kids got murdered, right?"
Obviously.
Well, this man is the cause of that, because the murderer, who I have not been able to get that information out of this man yet, gave the murderer the information.
Oh.
He did what?
Oh yeah, he sold you. He investigated you and sold you like you were nothing more than a cask of oil. Isn't that right?
Why?
It was just a job. It's just money. That's what I do. I don't even know who you are. I don't care who you are.
Bought the information.
Sorry, what was that?
Who bought the information?
Doesn't say anything. I'm not. What kind of investigator would I be if I sold out my clients?
Out of investigator sells out a woman and kids.
I didn't know what it was for. I don't care. It's not my problem. It's not what I do. I don't care what people do with the information.
Well, guess what, sir? It has become your problem.
It doesn't matter. There's nothing you can do to me these people haven't already. I'm not giving up my clients. If I hope to have a job and they find out I squeal, I'm not gonna have one for much longer anyway.
If you don't tell me who it was, your least concern is going to be work.
I'm not telling you anything.
Fair enough.
Clarence looks at you and says, "You want Mr. Granite to try to persuade him once more before you ask again?"
I have methods of persuasion.
By all means.
Mayor, do you remember when I got you to watch Bakano at my house?
Yeah, I do. I still think about Bakano.
You
I'm
are
gonna
a
pull some of
monster,
that stuff on him. I have to mute again. Flay, intricate bones on shit and stuff.
Yeah, you mess this man up, and because I know you have to mute, I will say that you take the very proper care to look through his body, and while you don't find any of the answers you were hoping for, you find something better, or something as close to better as you can get. You in fact find what would be his ID card for both his business and for his personal house, so now you can go and look there to see if he has any records. And we'll go right back to the bar. Bar people! A giant...
All I'm saying.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Uh,
Say, all I'm saying is a halfling with a little butter tastes delicious.
You see a very prim and proper high elf walking in with a very terrifying looking 7'10", close to 600 or 700-pound orc walking behind him.
Hi, Claire. Holy, who is that?
Oh, this is Mr. Granite.
Is Mr. Granite
Talk
staying
about-
for dinner?
Mr. Granite is right. He looks like a walking pillar of it.
Well, first of all, Dragon Man I've never seen before. This is breakfast
Where are my
time.
manners? Oh, is it morning already? I'm sorry, where are my manners? Yorman gone. And he'll hold out his hand.
He will very hesitantly extend his.
If he lets me, I'm gonna do the hand kiss thing again.
If you go to reach for it, he puts his other hand on your forehead, and you see Mr. Granite look a little more alert.
Come now, friend, I'm not going to harm you. I'm simply going to give you a Token of my appreciation.
I have a wife.
That doesn't mean you can't have a little fun. Invite her too. It'd be a great in time for all of us.
I don't think that's a good idea, Mr. Jormungand.
Yeah, you kind of see
Mr. Clarence's situation is a little more complicated than that, I'm afraid.
the first time, like, you've seen him get a little emotional, Omen, but for the first time that you're seeing it, not so much Holden, who would have entered at this point as well, looking rather bloodied. Clarence actually looks pretty mad.
I'm sorry, sir. I meant no offense.
The bond between a man and wife, especially the trials and tribulations mine have gone through, is not to be tampered with.
Apologies, sir. My wife and I are a little more free and friscal, so I'm more used to fun parties and such.
Uh-huh.
He's just giving that devilish grin the whole time.
Omen, if you'd like to give a quick insight on Clarence.
I'm gonna do that real quick. 19?
It's close enough. You can tell that his left eye keeps kind of moving slightly towards Mr. Granite.
Okay, Jormungand, I'm gonna have to ask you one last time. Please move away from Mr. Clarence. He is an individual who has been through a lot with us recently, and as someone who worked with him in the past, I only ask that you give the man his space.
As soon as Jormungandr apologized, he would have taken like the half step back of like, oh, I've offended this man. Let me create a little space to make my apologies, kind of thing. Of like, I'm gonna make some distance for the apologies, but if the guy I'm apologizing to doesn't accept it and wants to get physical, there's just enough space for me to, attack, draw a weapon, or cast a spell, or charm someone if I have to.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's interested in fighting, but he does look back at you once more, Omen. You know, there is some good news in all of this. And in fact, it is good enough news that I will do this. And you see him pull out a platinum piece and set it on the bar in front of Creepy Johnny. The rest of the drinks for the rest of however this lasts are on me. My wife is finally starting to be on the mend.
Wonderful! I'm glad to see that all our hard work paid off.
Speaking of hard
Congratulations.
work, yeah, speaking of hard work, it's going to be hard to find a fucking legitimate job. You can almost see him look a little displeased that he has to stop stealing.
Oh, are
I
you looking for
mean-
work, sir?
You could work alongside us.
Or you could make a very lucrative job with me. I have a certain job I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
Information and trade routes with merchants and such.
You're in the wrong town, man.
I'm well aware that this frozen hellscape is not my area of expertise, and someone I could use to do a little more better networking would be very helpful.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go at like 300 miles down the mountain.
I had a feeling. Do you know anybody, though, that sells information?
Not anymore. That fucking guy's been filleted.
Oh, I would have loved to meet him while he was getting flayed. I'm still hungry.
I don't know. You can
Very
talk,
well, very well.
You can talk to the bear's paw. There's bits and pieces on him everywhere, but don't touch him, Mr.
Bear's
Hands.
paw.
Yeah,
Wait, I'm sorry, bear.
Holden's
It's
in
a
the
bear.
bar with you. There's a big, what can only be described as a dog if you tried to put it into MS Paint and started stretching the image out as much as possible until it was as big and wide as possible.
Okay, the moment Yormagon sees him, his eyes go wide like a kid in a candy store. He's like, I must know, where did you get the giant stuffed teddy bear? That thing is adorable, my wife would love it.
There's a million of them all around this town. You're in the wrong part of town.
Why am I always in the wrong part of town? Well, I did find those lovely ladies and men, so I wouldn't say I'm in the wrong part of town, but
A creepy Johnny
I
speaks
didn't do
up.
anything.
I assure you, you need to keep your voice down. And Clarence, if you need a job, you can start working here if you want. Wonderful. I
Oh,
guess
damn it.
I'm tending bar.
And think of it this way, Clarence. You can work on your skills, and while you go alongside us to do some do odd jobs around here.
I need to stay out of harm's way. What good is having a wife that I fought so hard to keep healthy just to get injured or killed?
I mean, nothing wrong with improving your skills.
I think I can
I
cut. I can cut potatoes. I'm guessing is what's in this stew, and meat as good as I can cut a person.
Well, if you'd like a side job, I do have something in the interest of you.
And that being.
And I'm gonna hold up a gold piece when I say this.
What is the job?
Find me something rather valuable. I've heard that's somewhat interesting in this area. And he's gonna like gesture for him to come close.
He just looks at you like you're stupid. Like there's. He's among friends. He does not feel the need to have this be a secret. So he thinks you're. He's giving you that look like, how dense are you?
Very well, I just didn't want to have a whole bar fighting me, but if I have to fight people for things.
There's nobody
Cold
but.
steel weaponry.
What the heck? Oh man, I gotta be honest with you, man. That is like super easy to find. Like,
Where? I've looked everywhere and I cannot find a single person that'll sell it. I'm half tempted to go to the guards and say I'll buy cold steel off of you because I bet you have it.
well, if you buy it from the guards or mention that you want it, you'll be hanged.
I'm not desperate.
As my first real participatory measure in this, hauled in 3 or 4 mugs and just booking go to the quarantine ward. It is everywhere in there.
It's everywhere.
Holy
everywhere.
shit! Holy shit! The doll talks. I need one now more than ever.
Fuck you.
I mean, if you can, I'd love to.
You don't read the room very well, do you?
Like I said, me and my wife have an open relationship, so I'm very much on the being open and free. There's no fun in reading a room, because it brings the mood down, in my opinion. Be the light of every storm.
Well, let me be the first to tell you, as the ambassador of, well, the self-proclaimed ambassador of the undead ward, reading the room is like the entire culture of this city.
Oh, your majesty, I'm sorry to know the face of nobility. And he'll do an overextended bow. A genuine one, but it's like, it's got way too many furls to it to point, like, he probably doesn't know how to, he just saw this in a book or something's doing it.
Yeah, and you can tell that he's not taking any offense when he says this, but he's like, no, a self-proclaimed ambassador. I'm not, there are no ambassadors of any ward. That's the...
Aren't all nobility and such just self-proclaimed ambassadors and dignitaries?
Probably, yeah. I mean, you should see our king.
You have a king! What are they like?
The Bay King of Winter.
Oh god, you follow fate. Well, no, I can't talk shit on that. I've dealt with plenty of fae. Fair enough. He'll like pocket the gold piece and he'll flick a silver to this guy. I thank you for the information.
Who do you flick this to?
I'm forgetting his name, but it's the Master Thief.
Oh, Clarence.
Clarence.
Yeah, he just takes it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thanks.
Thank you. You've given me a story and a good time. That's worth much more where I'm from.
Sorry, I gotta answer a question quick.
Go right ahead. I'm just waiting for someone to figure out what this guy is. Because no, I don't think anyone's gonna get it, and if they do get it, they're gonna hate me for doing it.
I've missed a lot, so the more I participate in this, I might actually get it in the end.
I'd be more than happy to. Like,
And I
like
am sorry,
I-
everybody, for that.
No, that's all right. Do you want us to take a early 5 minute just so that you can get your bearings?
Yes, please.
Yeah, all right.
If everybody's okay with that.
Yeah, of course. I don't care
perfectly fine,
who's
dude.
okay with it. I run the damn show, so I tell people what they're okay with.
This went from an irritating problem to a very, very, very irritating problem.
I hope I'm not being too much.
This can't be fixed at a regular shop. I have to go to a dealership.
Holy hell.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh shit.
My APU, and for everybody listening, an APU is just like a generator. It makes power so I can run my microwave, run my air conditioning or my heater, and all that stuff in this truck while it's not running. My APU shares coolant with the truck. It's one of the ways this truck stays warm enough to operate in the wintertime. So it's kind of a standalone feature. There are two feed lines. One is a line that goes from the block to the APU, and then the other one goes from the APU back to the block, right? So it just circulates the coolant through the block to keep the block warm, but it also keeps the APU cool. The feed line goes from the APU up underneath the floor pan of the cab, across the floor pan of the sleeper, and then forward under the floor pan, up underneath where the driver's seat is. And then it takes a 90-degree turn directly straight up and then goes in between the floor pan and the chassis frame floor that basically acts as a floor for everything else that is floor to sit on, right? It's like foundation floor. That hose runs I'm just lucky that it doesn't generate enough heat and pressure to cause it to leak when the APU is running. That was the first thing I checked. So I can stay comfortable tonight and I can eat a hot meal without having to go buy something. So this day went from bad to worse.
I'm sorry, Truck. I really am, man.
By the way, Mayor, when I say I pulled a full-on Claire Stanfield, I mean I carved names onto that dude's bone that I exposed.
He went downstairs, dude.
Well, for you guys then, Flame will get it, but Chaos hasn't seen that show.
Yeah, I've seen it. I was gonna say, Truck, I got a question for you because I don't remember if you ever told me this or not. Did you ever play the Witcher 3 DLC, Heart of Stone?
No.
Damn it! Nobody knows what I referenced this guy off of that. Well,
Then I'm not
I hope
gonna
this
get
comes.
it, man. I'm sorry.
Well, that's just the way I'm acting. I base this dude's personality off this dude. What his class subclass is, you'll probably figure out the moment I use an ability or a spell slot or a fighter slot for all I care. But I hope this guy's
Okay.
not coming off as too much.
Not really,
I
no.
can't say yes or no yet. I've been dealing with this cluster for the last 2 hours, so being
This
brutally
guy,
honest,
In the bathroom.
I've been half listening and half trying not to lose my cool.
that's fair. This guy is supposed to be kind of annoying, but he's not supposed to be like, okay, fuck him annoying.
I got that. I got that almost immediately. Which I hope you take as a compliment and not an insult.
Oh no, extremely, because if anybody has played the Witcher's game, they would know there's a very prominent insult called a whoreson in that game. And before anybody asks, yes, I built this man around that insult of a name.
Are you a
waiting for you to
bard?
I was waiting on you to comment on this dude's name, though. Jormungand?
I heard it, but I know where you get it. I know where you got it. So
I don't call him Jormungandr, I just call him Jormungand. Which, I forgot to ask, does anybody in the party speak Draconic?
no, I don't.
Because if anybody speaks Draconic, they would know what my name means.
Well,
But,
I'm back for
what'd you
now.
guess?
I'm good to get going
I'm sorry.
again.
Okay, that's just
Mayor.
for the bathroom.
What?
For flavor text, what I did to him was carve names. Kept him
Okay.
awake while I did it. Just
did
for
you-
the extra brutality.
Did you kill him at all? Is what I need to know.
No, I left him alive.
Oh, well then.
Unless I need to kill him, because Holden very much would have been able to.
Mr. Granite wouldn't have kept him alive, so he got crushed under Mr. Garnet. We'll say that much. So that actually is going to lead into Creepy Johnny chastising Mr. Granite and making him mop when we return here.
Fair enough.
We'll jump in with that. So, as you
I
guys
just did what I did. So.
as you
Sorry.
guys are talking, Creepy Johnny notices that Mr. Granite has been tracking blood through the entire bar and begins berating him and forcing him to clean his shoes and the floor. So now this hulking behemoth of an orc is now, for the first time ever, looking a little sullen, like a puppy that's been yelled at, and is trying to mop to the best of his ability.
I guess I'll have to apologize to Creepy Johnny because I'm not exactly dry-furred either.
Just put... man, come on. What is with you people and tracking things in my bar? Just go wash up quick, please.
I'll go do that.
Yeah, it's as simple as just... It's exactly the same system as a toilet, but it's a bowl that is on the opposite side. It works just like a sink. And, you've got a shower that kind of does the same thing, so it's very easy to quickly take care of that and then come back downstairs. But Creepy Johnny will not tolerate a mess.
I'm back.
Alright, we're getting started now. The break's ended, just so you're aware.
Alright.
Just to let you in on the fun, Creepy Johnny noticed that Mr. Granite had been tracking blood through the bar and has forced him to start mopping and cleaning his shoes.
That's funny.
Mind you, Mr. Granite is almost 3 times the size in every which way to Creepy Johnny, which makes that a little bit more weird that he's listening and not arguing and actually feels bad.
Omen's used to it.
Yeah, he would be pretty used to that at that point, but you get the feeling that maybe Clarence talked to him about messes. Because in the meantime, like when you guys have been sleeping and stuff, they've been getting along very well.
Huh.
So, what are you guys going to do now? You had that Angels thing to deal with. You have whatever the hell Holden's been doing.
I know what my answer is, but I don't want to be the guy that forces everybody to go along with my stuff.
I'm trying to think. Was there any?
Sorry, ignore that.
Alright.
I know why, but my breath weapon was not calibered correctly, so I'm trying to fix it. It's saying it's like a +6 to hit. I'm like, no, it's a saving throw.
Is there anything in the newspaper for any odd jobs that need to be done around the ward?
Actually, no. It is. It seems like you're pretty much. I mean, you can go looking around and talking to people, but it's pretty much go to Giant's Ward or go to Living Ward right now. Both will be mildly irritating because of the lockdown, but with how busy everybody is, you think that it's going to be not as bad as it sounds to just either A, bribe your way, or B, just kind of casually walk your way into wherever the hell you gotta go.
You said the Giants ward or the Living ward. You said it was either the Giants ward or was it the Living ward that had the artisan I wanted to pay my gourd?
It would be
Was it
either.
both wards? All right. I want to go to the Living ward to do something special real quick.
That is
Omen will pop
not
up.
a quick thing. That is going to another ward. It's like a day away.
Ah. Cool. Good man then.
Which direction is my thing in?
Yours would be about 2 days away, or you can cut it down to a day if you take a carriage, which you conveniently now have parked right next to your bar.
And how far away would my thing be, DM?
What, to go find information on trade routes?
That or the cold steel weapons.
Well, at any given time, you could be within anywhere from 2 feet to a mile from that, so that's pretty much one of those
Yeah, they're-
non-issue things.
They're literally everywhere. You just have to look and find one.
My guy wouldn't know that.
We just have to turn them in as soon as we find them, or we get in a lot of trouble.
Well, you would know that. They just, Clarence and Creepy Johnny did tell you that.
Well, I know, but like my guy wouldn't know who to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and trying to deal with the people that would sell you that is a problem area.
Yeah.
You're better off trying to kill somebody for it.
Yeah, figured. Yeah, then the only thing he'd worry about is, trying to find merchants and trade routes and trying to establish the you-know-what.
Yeah, if you're trying to find merchants, that's like... With the travel that's available in this world right now, that's like... a week or two away. In the complete opposite direction of everything else.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm assuming the guy I'm looking for, or the people I'm looking for, are in the living ward, or are they in the giant ward?
The business that you need to look for, the addresses that you found on the IDs that you were able to steal off of Mr. Answers would all have been in the Giants ward, which is completely doable. You just gotta go and take care of it.
Please no. My AP just died. Fuck's sake.
Oh, gentlemen, what is the plan for today?
Sounds like you guys have more work in the Giants ward than anywhere else right now.
Are there actual giants in that ward?
Yeah, a bunch of them.
Ooh, calling me intrigued. Question: is there just an unconscious cat person at the bar?
No, you guys have no customers right now.
I meant more. It's like, where's Mark's character? I guess for like, because he's on the map. And so I was just like, is he just slumped at? I'm at the bar.
No, I just don't want to keep deleting tokens. He's locked in his room.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And if he's not here, I'm not going to have him be in any kind of scenes.
Oh no, fair enough. That's why I was literally asking. Like, is he just unconscious at the bar? Alright. I'm gonna turn to Chaos. Remind me, what was your character's name again? I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Holdlin or Holland?
Omen.
Omen. Omen, correct? Is they kind of like... Sorry, I didn't quite catch that, friend.
You know, like,
is he?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, your name is Omen,
Xfinity?
correct, friend?
Sorry, my internet was being fucking with me.
Hey, it's
again.
fine. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, he's just like, it's Omen, right? That's your name?
Yes. Is there something you need, Jormungand, was it?
Oh my god. Yes. Yes. What is there fun to do around here?
I personally don't know much. I mostly just train with my teacher.
Very well. Believes there's something about us going to the Giants ward. Is that correct? Says kind of looking at the group. Well, if you'll have me, anyways.
Well, I don't mind. I'm not sure about the others, but you've been hospitable so far, and I see no reason to say no to you.
Splendid. I've been rather quite bored these last few minutes with nothing to do. Well, quite a busybody, and I always like to be doing something.
I understand that much. I've been trying to get myself together in terms of what I've been trying to accomplish. My dreams have been sort of helping me as of late, which I know is odd to say for some.
Oh, no. Dreams are the manifestations of our mind. It is what we look at to become something new or something greater. If it's not rude of me to ask, what have you dreamt of?
Well, whenever my dreams happen, there's this tug, I guess you could call it, in the back of my mind where whenever my eyes open afterwards, I see this expanse, I guess you could call it, it's not really. There's no real rhyme or reason as to how it's formed. But from what I do see, there was a woman there, about a head or so
Ah,
taller than I was. Skin as fair as the moon and a smile just as bright. Her clothing was very nebulous in color, but it was very much in similar design to my own, being Eastern in design. While my horn, I'm not sure if, well, she certainly is beautiful, I won't deny that. I'm not sure if she feels the same way or not yet.
Are we going to the Giants' Ward or not? I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this carriage.
yes, we'll be there in a second.
Of course. Sorry.
He's gonna turn.
I got a little
he's
carried
gonna
away.
turn. You know, my guy's gonna turn to Johnny real quick. Question: do you have any sherry?
No.
Do you have any wine?
Sure.
Oh,
Can I buy a bottle?
Sure.
Creepy Johnny, do you know what sherry is?
Sure. You want it or
Bear,
not?
do you know what sherry is?
No.
Yes, but sherry is just stronger wine. It's a British thing. It's like 20 to 30% wine,
Okay.
alcohol content wine. Yeah, it's just a stronger wine. That's what he's asking for if he's got it, like a strong wine.
That'll be 1 copper, please.
Can I get 2 bottles if it's a copper apiece?
Sure. That'll be 2 copper, please.
Yeah, he'll buy 2 bottles of wine.
He sets down 2 bottles of beer.
What kind of beer is
When
it?
they snorted that, just
What kind of beer is it?
It just... Oh, man. It just looks like a standard beer. I don't know.
Is it a port, a lager, a stout? You're throwing me cards. I'm playing it back at you.
I don't know the difference between any of these things. It's dark. It's a beer.
it's bad.
Ooh, is it dark?
Cheap.
Is it a dark?
Bad.
We'll go with
cheap
dark.
beer.
We'll go with the
it's
dark
bad,
ale.
dark.
Yeah, like I said, we'll go with the dark ale. He'll just gladly take it. Thank you, fine sir. I take it next time if I want wine, I'll ask for beer. Thank you kindly. He'll head with the group to the carriage.
Creepy Johnny just shoots Omen and Holden a look, like, you know that look that it doesn't matter what you ask for, he's giving you whatever the hell he wants to give you.
He'll
Kind of
just give
look.
Creepy Tony a solemn nod.
I don't want to take away agency from your characters, but I have to assume that it almost feels a little good for the rest of you to finally not be on the receiving end of this.
Alright.
Oh yeah, Holden was giggling after having like 5 mugs of the same stuff.
Jormungand's just smiling. He's not letting it affect him. He's acting as though this is what he asked for.
What makes it even better is you guys, after getting him what is the equivalent of 24 different kinds of wine, could have easily produced it if he wanted to, but he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And Omen's just smiling to himself about that all. Excuse me.
It does remind you of the time that somebody had ordered the goat steak and got stew.
And Omen's just chuckling to himself the whole time, remembering it.
Yeah, again, to remind you all, as long as you've known him, he has made nothing but stew. Has refused to make anything but. That is what you guys have been eating for a year straight. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Ew.
Every once in a great while, you guys get bread with that stew.
Oh, gentlemen, the cart's waiting. Says from
Let's
the door,
go.
just kind of like beckoning them.
You guys get inside. It's not very comfortable when Mr. Granite gets inside. It gets even more awkward when Clarence reminds him he was the one driving the cart. So he has to get back out over the top of you guys. and the cart begins to move.
Mayor, I got a question.
Yeah.
Is there room up front for a second person with Mr. Granite?
No, not with
No.
the size of Mr. Granite. There sure is not.
The
There,
man is a
Damn it, I wanna-
boulder.
to give you an
Alright,
idea,
okay.
that should seat 3 people up there. It sits 1. It's Mr.
One
Granite.
Mr. Granite.
Oh lord, he big.
Yeah.
Oh lord, he big.
He not just big, he wide.
He's 700
He don't-
pounds.
The man is a
He is
definition
built-
Oh
of
my
double
type
wide.
check.
You know that there
Got
has
it.
to
So
be
he's
some
Jordan
sort of
Gaunt's type. Got it.
you know that there has to be some sort of magical components to these carriages, because it should not be moving with him being anywhere on it. But it's
He is
moving
built
just
like the
fine.
proverbial brick shit house.
Yeah, this would
The
be
man is the definition of the double wide.
this guy is just ridiculously big, and what makes it more concerning is you've never heard him talk.
He's the big show, but bigger.
Whoa!
He's like the Great Khali, but wider.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh god, I love him. I love him already. I will die for this man. He is mine.
Yeah,
By
Now
the
I got
way-
the Great Khali's theme playing in my head now.
for the rest of you guys who are familiar with Clarence, you're not sure if this is stolen or not, but you're in it.
Halden doesn't care anymore. By the way, he would have thanked Clarence.
He
So,
just
I'll take the chance now. Thank you, Clarence.
he just puts up a hand like you. That kind of, you don't need to mention it.
Can I count on your assistance in following through?
That depends. What do you mean by following through? Searching his home and office?
Among other things.
You've done more than enough turns for me. I don't see why I can't do the same for you. Especially with my mission being complete. Oh, speaking of which, I've burnt the other few copies of my journal. I've only got one now. I'm going to give it to my wife when she fully recovers. She's kind of in one of those, you know, when you get a bad cold and you kind of sleep most of it off. She's at that stage. She'll wake up soon.
Let it be a unique print, one of one.
The doctor is assuming that due to her direct connection to the shadow plane, the abundance of sun, which is hilarious. I've never heard anybody declare this city to have such abundances, but apparently it was too much for her system, and after having her eat one of the stones, she's been fine. I've made a necklace.
Truly
out of
is a
the-
weird place.
Yeah, I've made a necklace out of the other 5 just in case, but I think just needed one offset. Should be good enough.
Oh, Clarence, you already know since you heard him say it and watched me do it, but I'll let these 3 know. Holman, Nixley, and new guy. Clarence gifted me something I would have given my entire world for if they weren't already dead. But we have business in the Giants Ward, and that business is tracking down the man or people responsible for my wife and children being dead. Can I ask you if you'll help me?
Absolutely, friend. As long as I get to eat some of them. I also do have a question. Who's that gentleman running after the carriage?
Oh, for the love of... You just see Clarence smashing on the carriage. Stop the cart, Mr. Granite! He, after about what would feel like an eternity, especially with the gravity of the situation weighing on Holden, Nimbleton, you were told by Creepy Johnny when you woke up you better move or you're going to be behind about a day trying to follow the rest of your friends and Clarence and this freakishly huge orc, which when you finally ran up to the cart, you see this orc that would be about 7'10", 700 pounds driving this carriage, and you see him looking very alert to your presence and seems to be getting off to stop you from approaching.
Sorry, I overslept.
He just looks at you, like, waiting. He looks like he's about to physically remove you from the situation until the door opens and Clarence just leans his head out over you, Omen, and just goes, "What is the matter with you? Quit doing that. You are seriously causing a lot of disruptions in our plans by constantly sleeping. I knew I should have dragged you out of your room."
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes it's a cat nap and then it just turns into, a full-on nap.
Well,
And, you could have just
Nick?
carried me. I'm not that heavy.
Omen's just gonna poke his head out. Nix, I swear, I am 2 seconds from shaving you next time when you go into one of these deep sleeps.
Don't-
That'll teach you.
that'll kill the man. Just get in the cart.
Sure.
Can I say something?
Sure.
The moment that Omens and Hod started like bad mouthing the cat, Drucker, you would have seen Jormungand's hand going to his side where his blade is, and a little bit of a scowl starting to form on his face. He's not drawing his weapon, but he looks upset that they're bad mouthing the cat.
The hell is the matter with you? Mr.
This is
Granite, get
normal,
this cart
dude.
moving.
It's a bad omen to anger cats, don't you know? They're good luck charms, and if you make them mad, they're your enemies.
Where the hell do you come from?
That's a secret, friend.
Obviously not here, and obviously not with that cat. Trust me, he's used to it.
Yes,
Be
it's no
common, all
problem,
cats are
but
good omens.
it is a nice thing to say. I do appreciate it.
Do you know what I am? Did you see the picture, or do I need to tell you?
I did not see the picture.
Okay, he's
He's
a
dragon.
he's a 6'4" black dragonborn, breastplate, tan leather pants, sword and shield, nice horns. He'll reach out his hand for a handshake with you, by the way. Go, I'm Jormungand.
Nice to meet you. They call me Nixie.
Alright. He'll give you a nice firm handshake.
I'll
Nixie, what a
reciprocate.
lovely name. What a lovely.
I'm honestly just going to carry you like a sack of potatoes next time you sleep in like this, Nix.
Seriously, you might as well just do it. I'll wake up eventually.
He might even shave weird and strange patterns into your fur.
No, I'll just tie his hands and feet together with his tail.
If you do that, make sure it looks scary so then I can use that against my enemies.
You see what I mean, new guy? It doesn't faze him in the slightest.
I said what I said. Nothing more, nothing less.
And please don't be running up on Mr. Granite. He's Mr. Granite.
Twitchy. He's a little twitchy.
You don't get that big and strong having an easy life, we'll say that much.
Good to know.
Do you know he was one of the only people to get fired from a mine? How do you even do that? I don't know. I must have hurt somebody, or everybody.
How's a cave-in? Usually that's how it happens.
Oh no, they promote you for that. You can tell there's a bit
Really?
of you can tell there's a lot of sarcasm in that.
Excessive
My
use
cousin,
of
we were.
mining implements.
Aww.
Well, you have to figure, if you're the only survivor of a cave-in, you kind of automatically get a promotion.
Unless, of course, you're the one who caused the cave-in.
If they can't prove it.
Yeah, pretty much. You guys get to the checkpoint between about 12 hours have passed now. It's been a long ride. You guys get out every once in a while to stretch, but you guys finally reach the checkpoint, the halfway mark between, well, the big walls that separate the ward, and you are seeing in a language I don't know if anybody here speaks Giant.
I do.
To anybody that does speak Giant, it just simply reads the Giant's ward.
Yeah. Yormagon can actually speak a couple of languages, and the whole time the ride, he just had like a little sketchbook out, and he's been drawing the whole time.
Despite the fact that there has been a lockdown keeping everybody in their respective wards, you see that the guards that are equipped to handle this rotation at the Giant's ward do not seem interested in telling Mr. Granite no.
Oh wait, my bad. I do speak Giant.
Yeah, you'd see it too. You guys pass in through into the Giant's ward, and you immediately see why it's called the Giant's ward. This place almost looks a lot like the quarantine ward, but instead of several high-rises, the buildings are just very large. You're seeing larger homes, larger areas. You're actually even seeing some caves that have been repurposed as homes. You do see a bunch of frost giants walking around doing their own thing. You see Goliaths, humans, a couple of orcs as well. The odd wood elf.
Are there any reptilian races we see? I know it's probably rare because we're in an icy place. Like, I'm pretty sure my guy's rare for this place. But like, any white dragonborns or any reptilian winter creatures?
You see a couple, but they're not like exactly by the cart. Like, you just see a couple of them walking by in odd directions, but they don't seem to be a whole lot of them. You're not sure why there's not a lot of white dragonborn, but you haven't seen a lot of them in the city, period, and now you're seeing a lot of the city.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna continue drawing, looking at the cart and drawing that little notepad thing he's got.
So where exactly do you want to go first? The office, which, I mean, would stand to reason would have your information, or do you want to rob his house?
Who said anything about Rob?
I did.
You can rob it if you want. I'm going in there for one thing and one thing only.
Well, I'm just saying it stands to reason there is not exactly a whole lot of reason to go to his home as of yet. It stands to reason there would be more to do in the office.
Question, if I may.
Office makes the most sense. What is it, new guy?
You said robbing his house. Does this gentleman have a family of any kind? A wife, kids, a brother, a cousin? Somebody that would be at the house if we tried to rob it?
Not a soul would know that information.
I'm all for murder and plunder, but let's rather not go to a house that might have children, at least.
The only thing you guys
A woman?
The only thing you guys know about Mr. Answers is that's probably not his real name, and he is a private investigator. That's about as far as you would. That's as far as you'd get. And you also know that Mr. Granite squished his head like a watermelon with his foot.
Oh, if he's a PI, he wouldn't have a family. They never do.
When you give the destination, Holden, Clarence pounds on the carriage once more and it comes to a halt, and he tells everybody it's probably a good idea to start stretching their legs and probably see if there's a hotel around. because it is now getting quite late and probably time for a rest.
All right.
My guy wants to see if there's a brothel.
You're not. You can roll a perception check.
Alright, where are my dice? Where are my dice? What's my modifier?
I'm feeling
Perception.
Marky
Oh,
on
fuck.
that.
I got
Omen
plus 6
wants.
to that, okay.
One at a time.
Sorry.
That is a 14 for me.
You do see people that you could ask.
Are they men, women, or something in between?
Just kind of a mix of people standing, looking to be heading home at this point. They were out quite late.
Okay.
It is very late.
I want to walk up to the... I guess, give me like the oldest looking dude in the group of them, and I want to ask him, hey, is there a brothel nearby?
Yeah, you see an older halfling, and he just goes, yeah, I mean, like 2 blocks that way, and he juts over his shoulder.
What's it called, good sir?
Big and tall.
Hi, thank you, and I'm gonna slip him a copper piece.
Wow, okay. He seems like genuinely shocked, like this is inappropriate behavior, because you've given him like a week's worth of wages.
My guy has specific rules, and he follows these specific rules.
Mendable, if anything else.
Reckless. Clarence and looks at Mr. Granite and goes, if it'll shut him up, we'll go to the brothel. Everybody, we're going to a brothel. At least we can get a room there. And you guys pile back in and drive to Big and Tall. It doesn't take very long, like less than... It takes longer to get in and out of the carriage than it does to get to the brothel.
Splendid.
Good.
Well, with Clarence being a thief, he knows all too well that unattended carriage is not a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, I don't blame him. Hell no.
You guys basically go to what is equivalent of a car park. It just looks like a secure area to park your cart, which is behind the building, and then you walk back out to get to the front of the building. You go inside and, well, you see another halfling. She seems to be in her early 20s, red hair. What can I do you for? Oh, sorry, welcome to Big and Tall. What can I do you for? It's my first day.
Oh, splendid! Go ahead, Trigger.
That seems like a wildly inappropriate greeting for your line of work.
I'm just the hostess. I don't engage in the other activities.
Oh, shame. Such a lovely creature as you would have been a great time.
You see her starting to, like, reach her hand underneath the podium. You're not sure what for.
He knows. He's like, I mean, no
alarm.
disrespect. No disrespect.
What can I do you for?
Omen will step up. We'd like to rent a few rooms, please.
With or without entertainment?
With.
Without.
Do you have any entertainment that's mostly meant for less intimate, more relaxation oriented?
Not at this hour.
Never mind then. No entertainment for me, please.
No entertainment for me as well.
Both Clarence and Mr. Granite, like he's at a blackjack table, just puts his hand, does that hand wave thing, like to stay, as in no entertainment. And Clarence also wishes for no such things. For those that are getting a room without entertainment, it is just 2 copper for the night. this is a pretty expensive place to be, and
Gotcha.
with entertainment is 2 silver.
I will gladly put the 2 silver down, and I will ask, do I get to choose, or is it a mystery?
You see her hold out 2 things: a book and a piece of paper that you can't see anything on.
And what are these, dear?
Pick. This is for specifics, and she holds up the book, and then this is a mystery sheet of paper. It's a mystery.
Okay, I'm gonna flip a coin. I think he only can get one, so heads he's going male, tails he's going female. Damn it, just tails. Okay, he'll pick a chick tonight, I guess. Ooh, the Goliath girl. She seems nice.
Hold on.
Point to some random Goliath woman's name.
I done gotta do something in a second. Giant.
Helga Stonebreaker, I guess. I'll say that if you're good with that.
I gotta pull up a translator.
Shit. I'm scared but excited. I wanted a dude, but I got the tails. Damn it.
How much will it take to heal a crushed pelvis?
Give it on me.
pelvis.
Death by snooze snooze. Let's go. He's an indulgent motherfucker. That's one of his sins. Overindulgence.
Okay, this thing is not.
Ugh.
You know what? This will just be an easy cop out. You speak, giant. There's just
Yes,
one.
yes, I do.
One female that has the name Violet in giant.
I want her.
Your floor is on the bottom floor for obvious reasons.
Thank you.
And playing to your shock and either excitement or horror, this is a actual female frost giant.
Yes. Oh, yes. Hold on. I want to cast a spell on myself if you'll let me.
Sure.
No.
What is
Enlarge,
it?
reduce.
Large.
I assume you want reduce.
I don't- Trust me. No.
Simulacrum.
I am going to if you allow me, I want to be able to cast shield. Specifically shield of faith on myself. Just so I'm a little more resistance to the strength.
I mean, yeah,
Actually, no. I'm sorry. Not.
Okay, hold on.
not,
You're talking way too loud.
Sorry. Not shield of strength. Not shield of faith. I want to cast heroism on myself.
Good enough. It's your spell slots. I can't tell you how to use them.
Fuck yeah. I'll get it back.
It
It makes me immune to the frightened condition.
Clarence and Mr. Granite appear to share a room to save money. And also you get the idea that Mr. Granite can take up the giant bed that would be in a brothel, and Clarence would be fine on the couch. What shocks you the most, Flame, is like every good hotel room, this one does, in fact, despite having a literal female giant, also contains a cuck chair. And much to the rest of your horror, despite asking for no entertainment, you also all receive the complimentary cuck chair in your room. Because this is a proper hotel.
Can I go hire Sneeko to be in the cuck chair?
I don't...
No.
No.
No, that's extra.
Damn it.
Let him
Oh, well.
fade into obscurity where he belongs.
No, he shall forever be made fun of and tormented.
Alright.
Uh,
Oh, yeah?
I had something that I wanted to do.
Sure.
I wanted to, I don't know, either hang out or like outside the place, and just listen in on conversations that I might be able to pick up on.
Like, if you're trying to listen into conversations outside of the establishment, you're going to be sorely out of luck unless you want to go peeping through windows, because it is extremely late.
Okay. Well, inside then, I assume they have like a bar area.
Yeah, I will say that you can probably... You might want to do this as, like, a passive while you're heading to your room, because everybody's at the risk of exhaustion at this point.
Okay, I would do that just to see if maybe I get a hint of anything about Mr. Answers or related to who we think Mr. Answers might be.
What is your passive?
13.
You do see... Now, he isn't a senator, but this guy looks like that kind of important and rich. Who... You hear him... You don't hear all of the conversation with the 13, but you do kind of hear them talking about... Usually Mr. Answers is here, but... I guess he's going home to the wife tonight. I don't know where he went. That's weird. He was supposed to meet me here with some information, but whatever. You know, he's just kind of talking to one of the entertainers, as it were, who is now looking increasingly bored.
Can I just get, like, I guess for me, I would just save like a visual picture of what he looked like.
What would that be? Flame, you're the only one who's run games long term. What would be trying your hardest to commit an image to memory? Is that like intelligence or history?
Yeah, it's intelligent history, because history is remembering it. Intelligence is like, you could also throw wisdom if you want, but yeah, like intelligence or history, because it's like you're forcing yourself to memorize it for a sense.
Yeah, I'll say give me a... Like, are you taking like 5 minutes to stand there, or are you just doing it while you're walking by?
I would definitely want to do it like stealthily. If that makes sense.
It would be easy enough. I mean, there's people that are like coming and going into this room, so you wouldn't have to like... You don't stand out exactly. So
Okay.
if you were looking... He's at the bar, so it looks like you're kind of just pondering what you want to drink. It's not like super deep. It just kind of depends on if you're taking the time to do it right, or are you just going to take a glance at him and try to do it and then move on.
I would definitely take my time to do it.
I will
For sure.
say that would be an intelligence with advantage then. I'll say you spend 5 minutes, but you are in desperate need after that to get to your room and go to sleep.
So that would be like 17, it looks like.
I will say that will be enough to recall his face. I'm going to try to find, I don't know, just some... You know what, this'll make Trucker laugh, I'll go with that. I'll find a face for you.
I mean, yeah, and then with that, I would just get... I would get a warm milk and then go to my room.
For those of you who are followers of Grand Thumb, he looks like Micah Mayfield.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Micah Mayfield, so we're gonna go with that. It was the first thing that popped in my head.
He rocks that 70s adult entertainment stash.
I will say that you all go to sleep, and because I wanna, and I did say we'd get an extra break in here, I'm going to call the official break right now, because I gotta go switch laundry.
Go right ahead.
I
Well,
will be
folks,
right
while we're on
back.
break, I guess I'll talk. So, how's everybody doing so far?
Pulled all my hair, damn.
My AP won't run because it actually leaks enough that it doesn't get enough to stay cool. So yay!
Oh no, Trucker, you gonna be alright, bud?
Watch that.
Dude, it's like 50 degrees over here. I'll be fine.
I think the gods. So, any guesses what my guy is yet?
The horniest non-bard, or are you a bard?
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm even a multi-class.
I could see that.
I will give you this hint. I am one class. I've stuck to one class, and I've built myself around a specific gimmick.
You cast Shield of Faith. That's on the cleric table.
It is also on the.
Oh.
Heroism.
It's also on the warlock table. Heroism is also on the cleric, warlock, and paladin list, and specific type of sorcerers.
Are you a homebrew?
And no, Mayor doesn't allow homebrew.
Oh yeah, homebrew.
And
No
specific
homebrew.
type of wizards as well.
Hmm.
Mayor told me no homebrew. I argued with him on a couple of things. I decided not even go Cobalt Press. I'm completely standard rule.
Hmm.
And I'm not a 2024 edition either. I think the newest thing about me would be my race, because I took the Fizban's Dragonborn rules. My Dragonborn, and that's about it.
I got nothing.
I know I'm playing this guy a specific way because it follows the rules just enough that I can play with it how I want to play this guy. I do hope you like him though.
He's been alright so far.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep him at a level, but not trying to push him too hard. If you catch my drift.
I would say the thirst is a little real, but alright.
Thirst is very real. He's built like that for a very specific reason. To be fair though.
Yeah, Mark,
Hey, Marky.
our thief buddy Clarence brought me a PI, it seems, and I very handily tortured him, but he didn't give me anything other than I got his information and addresses and whatnot from his ID cards. So here we are.
I'm honestly glad you didn't pick his house though, because I was so scared Mayor was gonna do that. Like he's got a wife or he's got a kid or something, and you're like, oh no, he's got a wife.
Wow. Wouldn't matter for him. I didn't kill him, but he is dead.
Yeah, but if we went investigating the house and God forbid the wife or kid was there, which we don't know if it's a kid, but if the wife was there, it's like, great, we gotta deal with a screaming wife.
Hello, Moral Compass. Thy name is Party Division.
Hello, Moral Compass. My name is,
Oh,
is Acid Breath.
there is literally no moral compass here, man. He got my family killed. I will tell his family that, you know, I wouldn't
I'm trying to get as
pull
much information as I can for you.
I wouldn't pull a Sicario on him, but that would have been
do it.
would have been the best outcome.
I gotta ask this: would you have given the wife a quick and painless death?
Yes.
Hey.
Which is more so than whoever he sold the information to did for mine, because my family was brutally killed. There was no quick and painless for them.
No. If you find the guy killed your family, you do what you need to do to that man.
No, see, here's the thing. If I do end up finding the person or persons responsible, I'm not going to be able to describe because it'll get us canceled.
Don't get me canceled.
Hashtag cancel.
Look, I know we only have 32 subscribers and average like 5 views a video, but I'd like to keep this train rolling.
Oh, extremely, yeah.
I will pull a Leon from The Professional. No women, no kids, and then I'll just go ape shit on the people responsible.
At least somebody is professional.
By the way, if any of y'all haven't seen Leon the Professional, you need to correct that.
It's a good one. It is a good one.
It's one of the best movies. No women, no kids.
I'll find time in my increasingly growing schedule.
Actually, you know what? No, you don't watch it. The next time y'all come down for a visit, we can watch it.
Well, if I get the
I
job
need to
that
come visit you.
if I get the job that I interviewed for, I will have mandatory fun time, which means I'm forced to take my vacation, so I'll be getting paid good enough and forced to enjoy it. So I'll have plenty of opportunities to come and visit you, though I might try to make you strong-arm me into getting back into the car if you take me back to Loveland. Oh no, Fort Collins. That's what it was, Fort Collins.
Yeah, we talked about them before. We're probably going to continue to do it.
I want to
Totally 80s Pizza, the best pizza place on the planet.
call them to see if we can do advertisement for them, even though
that'd
only
be
one of us lives
great.
near them. Hi, do you have?
I mean, by the new rules, you've had to have tried the product at least once, so you two could advertise for them.
They've had it once. I've had it twice now.
I'm gonna have it. The next time we go, I don't want to go anywhere else.
All right, you'll be there for a week, and we'll go there 3 or 4 times.
We'll go there. I'm gonna bring enough money to eat their breakfast, lunch, and dinner if I have to.
Got it. So what I'm hearing is I need to quit my job and just move out near Trucker. Got it.
Dude, it is really good pizza.
I'm not doubting it, dude.
And the prices are reasonable, too. That's the best part.
Like I've said, after eating at Totally 80s Pizza, the only thing that I hate about it is every pizza that I have from then on out is basically the equivalent of going to a fireplace and eating ashes. Everything else sucks. It is just abysmal garbage compared to Totally 80s Pizza.
It's like the forbidden fruit. It's so good, it makes everything else terrible.
There's only one other place that I can tolerate at this point, but it doesn't tolerate me, and that's Papa Murphy's.
Yeah.
What you say about my papa?
Hey, Papa Murphy's is incredible.
I'm too lazy for that.
Every time I get a chance to have Papa Murphy's, I eat until I'm sick. I would be like a Roman rich dude. I'd just sit there with the purge stick and keep eating Papa Murphy's if I could.
Dude, their double layer all meat pizza is perfect. Just perfect.
I don't even like it. I managed to. I used to work at a pizza place, and I managed to experiment with pizza so much I've become a toddler again. I won't really eat anything that isn't just pepperoni.
Look at that. I mean,
Nice.
look at that. It's so good. It's so delicious.
I'll look at
Okay,
this and then
can we get back?
Oh my
Let's get
goodness.
back
Yeah,
to
can we
it.
get back before I quit and go eat?
Alright, settle down. Okay, you guys wake up. Chaos, you've faced no real trials or tribulations, so you've got no real indication that any of those entities are around anymore. Holden, whatever sleep you have, I'll let you dictate. Clarence and Mr. Granite seem pretty happy, pretty content. Nimbleton, I'll leave that up to you. And Flame, despite your best efforts, your legs don't feel so good no more, Captain.
Comes out, cowboy walk. I'm ready to go, boys. I'll be a little slow today.
Holden doesn't sleep very well anymore, so
Yeah, it's just another Tuesday for you, except for the other previous Tuesdays you weren't carving names into people.
yep.
I woke up a little late, because,
Okay. Your catnap was empowered by warm milk.
yeah, buddy.
You,
Um,
when you do wake up, you see a very nervous-looking maid accompanied by Mr. Granite, who looked like he was about to fold your door in half to come and get you.
Sorry. You know, once you get into that sleep mode, you just want to stay.
You see him slowly bending down and stretching his arms out like he's going to grab you like you had requested the previous day.
Well, I'm glad to see that you were actually going to listen to my advice. But I am up and ready to go.
Do you start walking?
yeah.
He does start standing back up. He was getting very close to just scooping you up and walking away with you.
I would try. I'm gonna go try and see if I can't find Halden and let him know what I found out before we went to sleep.
I would assume that you guys would go to whatever the equivalent of the restaurant area would be. This time, I can say this with confidence. You feel pretty confident that you can have something other than stew, if you want.
Hey, Mayor.
Sure, what's up?
While we're walking, Omen's going to eye the crowd to see if he can ask someone where an artisan would be to do a paint job for his gourd.
Roll me a D100.
Alright. Mouse. Dice. 59.
It's taking a little longer. You know when you ask a question and too many people start getting involved to solve a very simple question and it starts to feel a little awkward?
A little bit, yeah. I don't really do well when crowds pay attention, so I'm like, so me personally, that's just that doesn't help. And Omen has a similar personality trait, so he's looking increasingly awkward in this situation as well.
Yeah, as about the 10th person gets involved, finally you see what can only be described as the goth mommy of Goliaths shows up, and she's like, what's with the crowd? I got things to do, places to be. And then you hear everybody, like, one after the other, just keep repeating your question, and now you're starting to get that embarrassed feeling, and now you're starting to see the annoyed look coming across her face, and she just swipes the gourd from your hand. What do you want? What do you want on it?
If it's not possible, a Starry
Spit
Night
it out.
Sky pattern.
Starry Night, great. One moment. She just takes off her coat, takes off a backpack that was hidden beneath it, sets it down, and just kind of sits on the ground, and with remarkable speed, just starts splattering paint on it and then filling in the details. That'll be a copper.
He'll give her 2 as a tip. My thanks.
She bends down and kisses you on the cheek and just walks away, almost like that is just kind of like, instinct at that point.
He is just frozen at that, like, huh?
Those
See, very much is the meme sound, huh?
Yeah, huh?
Playing.
The Dr. House, huh?
Huh?
But
Oh, I like her.
what's even more annoying is after that all happens and you're standing there frozen, you just hear all 10 of them go, yes, very good, yes, very well. Very well done. And it's just like they haven't left you alone.
Like, after, like, the 5th time he's heard that, he'll just go, brrr. Okay, I appreciate the commentary, gentlemen, ladies, but I'm good now. please carry on your day. Have a good day, all of you. And he'll just sort of break away from the crowd, sort of awkwardly.
You're heading to the restaurant, correct?
Yep.
Much
A
to
little woodenly, considering that's still playing in his head on repeat.
much to your horror, like you're being chased by a horde of zombies. They're also following you. You have a feeling they were heading there anyway. As
No.
you all,
As he's doing this, he'll sort of just idly examine the gourd as he's walking in the meantime trying to keep his eye ahead so he doesn't walk into the wall like an idiot, because he's sort of half la-di-da at the moment.
you all had made it to the restaurant. It's just basically called Big and Tall Grill. They're not very creative with their marketing. It's all the same building. You see Omen, who was a little late to this, with 10 other people behind him like he's a celebrity. But as you guys are getting concerned that Omen has bitten off more than he can chew, they all start going to their respective tables, and you can breathe a sigh of relief.
I thought I was the swinger. Damn, Omen. 10 of them. You had a busy night, didn't you?
No, actually, I was actually trying to find someone who could do a simple paint job for my gourd, and a rather interesting Goliath woman showed up and did it right then and there. As he shows off as he holds up the gourd and shows off the pattern. It was.
Is she the reason for the lipstick kiss on your cheek?
Well, she asked for a copper in payment. I gave her 2 as a tip, and his brain will just continue. He just had that sort of stunned look on his face, like, I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but I don't know what to say either way.
He just nods approvingly, like a proud father, like that's my boy, that's my boy.
So, has anyone decided on their order, or are we still waiting for anyone else?
Nope, you're at, those big banquet round tables. They gave you one of those, seeing the size of your group. And, well, Mr. Granite.
Mr. Granite. Obviously.
When you guys do get the menus and are getting to take your orders, you see Mr. Granite pick up his menu and just point at something. You're not sure if he's mute or just chooses not to talk, but he points at something, and the waiter looks a little concerned, like, oh my goodness, I've never seen anyone order that before. What do you guys get?
Omen would go for a. Let's see. What will be a good bowl that would suit his personality?
Do you want me to tell you kind of what animals are on the menu?
Yes, please. What animals am I looking at?
There's standard chicken, goat, cow. There's mammoth. There is rock. There are something that just called small bird. You're not really sure what small bird is, but it's there, and that is about it.
Mammoth steak.
Size, sir.
What sizes are available?
8 to 72.
I'll take a size 14.
He just goes, okay. It's gonna cost a lot, but sure.
Actually, cut it down to size 10 then, if it's going to be expensive.
You're at a brothel, sir. Everything here is expensive, and he just starts rewriting the 14 into a 10. Your pal got 2 72s. And he points at Mr. Granite.
Somehow, I'm not surprised. The man certainly looks like embodies his name.
Mayor, you said there was a goat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and we'll get a goat's leg, some wine, and a potato, a baked potato, fully loaded if you can.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Yep.
Guess
Rock.
Ooh.
Rock egg, sir? Or
Yes.
very good.
Ooh.
I'd
I'm
go
surprised you didn't go
with
for this, big man. I'm surprised you didn't go for the steak as well.
You, sir, and he points at you, Nimbleton.
Let's see. I guess I'll have some eggs and then some. Is there any chance I could get some mammoth jerky or mammoth sausage?
Mammoth sausage, yes. Jerky is at the gift shop.
Okay, I'll go with the mammoth sausage then.
The gift shop. Interesting.
Hardly.
Question. What do you have for dessert?
During breakfast?
Breakfast.
Well, nothing like just like a little bit of sugar. Besides, do you have any idea how much energy I burn through with how much training I go through?
You can order a cornbread.
I'll take a small cornbread loaf then, like one of those like one of those little finger loaves, if you have it.
He's well, please.
And for you, besides the cornbread, sir, he's pointing at you now, Yorman.
Let's see. I got the goat, the potato, the cornbread. I asked for wine. Can I just get a full bottle of wine, like an extra one on the side, to go?
I guess there's no law against it.
Sherry, if you have it specifically.
And how old would you like this sherry to be?
Oh, the older it is, the sweeter it gets. Oh, let's say 50 years. Nothing too special.
Your total is 63 gold.
Damn it.
That's for the
Uh,
table,
he'll
by the
st-
way.
Slow
I thought you told me.
eyeball, just quietly eyeballs Clarence.
He just looks at you like, dog, really? You're going to owe me, Omen.
I can pay like how much for my steak? I can at least pay part of my tab.
Your total, sir, would be 7 silver.
He'll hold up a gold. Actually, no, he'll hold up 2 gold for the table.
How much would mine be? Wine included.
Yours is also about 10 gold. You do see Mr. Granite pull out quite a large sack filled with what about 50 gold coins and slaps it down because he's the majority of this bill right now.
I'll hold up 5 gold pieces. Can anybody spot me 5 more? I promise to pay you back.
You only need 1 more gold, sir. It's really not.
I'll put a gold piece on the table.
Very good. The food will be right out.
Thank you. I promise to share the sherry if you'd like. It's quite elegant most of the times.
I don't drink. At least not that stuff.
You don't drink
I-
wine?
I have a taste for a different type of wine. It's something that was brought in from the east at one point that I was able to get an idea of the recipe, but I haven't been able to recreate it perfectly yet.
Oh, don't
I've yet to get my hands on a proper set of tools.
don't fall for the Cork family marketing. It was made here, I assure you.
They said it was made from grain as opposed to grapes, so
Yeah, with any kind of alchemy, you can make any flavor and say whatever the hell you want. That's what my dad used to say.
really.
It really does be that simple sometimes.
I'll tell you one of the best universal truths. The more expensive the alcohol, the less efficient it is. The cheaper it is, the
Very
better.
true.
And
Very, very.
let me be the first to tell you, as somebody who has been harmed by the Cork family more than one time, they're scam artists. I mean, it's wine. You can make some in your bathtub. Right now.
You're not wrong. Not wrong. If I would have met you boys, say a month or two ago, I would have been able to give you a bottle of one of my own homemade ones. Unfortunately, I had to sell some for the travels.
Hmm.
And if you guys are okay with it, we can get you all back on the road.
Yep.
Yep.
I get that bottle of sherry though, right?
Yeah.
And I
Thank
would
you.
tell Halden what I learned though, real quick. What I saw, that wealthy gentleman, and hearing him supposed to be getting information from the dead.
Well, Mr. Sorry. Mr. Answers is an investigator and something of an information broker, so that's not terribly surprising. Sorry we had to ruin that guy's day, though, because the information he needs he'll probably never get.
I was just thinking, though, that who's to say if we wanted to figure out some of our own information, we don't impose ourselves as Mr. Answers and get our own answers.
Well, Holden can tell you very firmly, not a single one of you in this group looks anything like him. He was a human. And bald.
Yep.
He was a bald human man. And he was like in his 50s, so.
Shit.
Did you describe him,
I
Holden? I might have a trick or two.
I would have, but I had to forego a lot of things so that Trucker could participate.
No. He's asking if Halden could.
Yeah, I'm
describe-
asking like
I
in character,
don't-
could Holden describe this guy to me?
Yeah, but I don't know how you're going to have any tricks to make a Catman, a Tiefling with horns, yourself, a bear man, a giant orc, and a skinny-looking high elf look like a balding 50-year-old white guy human who's getting towards the range of being fat himself.
How skinny is the high elf?
He's pretty skinny. Like, he's got some meat on his bones, but he doesn't have a lot of anything to him. And his skin's the wrong color. He's like a yellowish color.
And I take it this guy. I doubt disguise. Yeah, disguise self doesn't let me change my height that much. I doubt this. I could change a couple inches, but I bet this guy's like a full foot shorter than me, isn't he?
Yeah, he was not very tall. He was like 5'8".
Yeah.
It was also,
I'm 6'4".
Also, with the way that Holden could have described him, having only seen him once, and he was battered to hell, it probably wouldn't be a description that anybody else has seen him.
Shit. Well, sorry guys. I was gonna try, but sorry.
Valiant effort.
There are downsides to not playing humans.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said.
You certainly could have tried with Creepy Johnny, but you'd have to try to convince him to leave the bar for more than his
No.
once a month errands.
Unfortunately, no. Disguise self. It's a self-casting spell. I can't cast it on somebody else. Because I was like, oh, I'll do disguise self on the elf. You know, they're within their same range. And if not, I can on the tiefling make the horn stuff disappear. But no, I can't. Unfortunately, it has to be on me, and with a more than a foot difference, I can't.
And with,
Alright, man.
unless there is anything else you guys would like to do, I can say confidently that after about another hour of being in the cart, you make it to the address. It's your standard looking office building. It's about a foot tall. I mean, it's 1 story tall, and it has some windows in the front, but otherwise pretty nondescript. Nice stonework, though, but you're in the Giants ward, and the dwarves make quick work of building things, so...
Beautiful masonry. Beautiful.
That is one thing you can always count on with dwarves. They always have beautiful finishings on their stonework.
Yeah, speaking of
Oh, and
which,
they make amazing weapons.
because of your relationship to... since you're in the Giants ward, you can see off in the distance, the walls for each ward are pretty easy to see. Where there should be no wall, there's starting to become an outline of a wall already, which is a hell of a feat considering how tall it is being put up around the quarantine ward again. You don't know if they're going to quarantine it off again, but they are starting to put the border back on.
Already setting up the skeleton for a new wall. Craftsmanship, efficiency at its finest.
What happened to the old wall?
We kind of broke it.
Impressive.
Well,
Did you knock it down?
not necessarily we did it. We wound up dealing with a group of hags that were using an ancient toy dragon as a battery.
You see Jormungand literally shiver, that disgust shake when someone mentions something they don't like. Yeah, he violently shakes at the sound of the hag. Devilish creatures. I hate them all their kinds.
I agree. And when the dragon got free, he was very eager to smash his way out. They were very eager to smash their way out.
Fellas, are we going in or not?
Let's go in.
Hold on just 1 second. Okay, while we're walking, I'll turn to Omen. You salted the bodies after you killed them, though, right? Oh god.
Master never told me that I needed to salt a hag's body after I killed them.
It does depend on the hag, to be fair. It does depend on the hag, but yeah, let's hope those are one of the hags that don't need salted not to come back.
I should probably run this by my master, see what he thinks, and if they did require salting, I just know what's gonna happen next. His shoulders slump. That staff is gonna come careening so fast between my horns, it's not even gonna be funny.
You can make me an intelligence check real quick.
Intelligence... 18?
You're starting to remember that fight, and you hit... All the hags got hit with some form of cold iron and also a lot of magic. You feel like you'll be alright.
Actually, yeah, we all wound up hitting them with various cold iron weapons, as well as quite a large sum of magic. So, if
He'll immediately
anything,
turn to you face to face. Cold iron, you say? You have any still?
maybe I'm planning on having those be turned in for the bounties on them, so we can use them to invest in the bar.
I hold up a silver. You have a longsword. I'll pay you for it.
Hey, Mayor,
Yeah.
how much would a bounty of turning in a cold iron longsword be?
You would get. Let me think about this. You could get, depending on the quality, it is anywhere between 3 copper to 10 silver, depending on size and quality. You don't know what the quality of yours would net you, so being offered anything at this point is, well, the equivalent of the mystery of turning it into the guards.
Omen will make a show of looking around. Make sure no one is looking. Make sure no guards
We
are
went-
nearby looking.
You went into the building, right?
No, you guys have been talking outside the building the entire time.
No, I
which-
said
No,
I said
we
we
were
walked
going
and
up
talked.
to enter it.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
you guys have
I
been
said walk
talking
and
for
talk.
so long, I haven't been able to describe any of what's happened.
Sorry.
Okay, well, describe it. We'll do this in the background. You describe it.
Clarence makes this very big, goofy show like he's going to pull out some thieves' tools, and then he just reaches inside of his shirt and pulls out a key and just slips it into the door and opens it right up, and then he just tosses it up on the roof. Nicked that off of Mr. Answers himself before we had delivered him. Also, you guys keep talking about the cold iron weapons like it's gonna get you killed out here. You don't want to be caught here for a different reason having those. The Cold Iron Syndicate actually makes those. That's why it's such a big deal. And if you're caught with them out here, they'll assume you killed one of their boys, and then you're in trouble. So it's not really a legal dispute out here. It's more of a different kind of dispute out in the Giants Ward. That's where they're from, by the way. That they own this whole area.
So it's a fight.
So it's essentially a red flag to a bull.
Sure.
Brilliant.
If you grew up in the Druid huts, then you know what that is, I guess. I live in the Royal Ward.
Well, kind of a hard place to find for a monk, you know. Or at least one of monastic training.
Well, here we are, his office. He quickly closes the door and locks it behind you guys as you all step in. And this is what y'all see. Just
Nice, Mayor.
I hope so. I wasn't expecting to. I forgot to make this map, so I was doing that while y'all were talking. I didn't have a lot of time to make it look super nice. Yeah, that's where you'd be.
Can I roll an investigation to see if he has any booze lying around?
Let's let everybody get inside.
Is that what we're going to?
I will say you guys can place yourselves anywhere you want. This isn't like a combat scenario right now. Maybe.
Okay, then I'll put myself here. I guess.
Yeah, wherever you guys want to go, I will be fine with that. I'm not going to put Clarence on the map. It's a lot of screwing around.
Is this a nightstand or a bookcase?
That is what would be the equivalent of a wardrobe, essentially where you just take off your coat, hang it up, put it inside. That's
It's an armoire.
Yeah, an armoire. Thank you, Mr. Louisiana.
I was hoping it was a liquor cabinet.
No, there's not a liquor cabinet. I mean, you're free to look in there for liquor, but
Yeah, like I said, the only thing he cares about is finding alcohol, dude. Let me know what I gotta roll.
yeah, sure, I can start with you. That would be, in fact, an investigation.
That is an 11 on the die plus a 3, so that is another 14.
You find an empty flask and some very nice warm coats.
Is there anything like fancy about the flask, or is it just like a simple empty flask?
It's just like, now, I must stress this: it is not the magic item. It is just an iron flask.
I know. How much do you think I get for it?
You might
To sell it, you know.
You might be able to find somebody willing to offer you a copper, but that's a hard bargain.
Are the coats nice? You said they were nice coats, right?
Yeah.
Would any of them fit me?
Yeah, they're quite tall. They're very. You get the sense that they were built for warmth, not for style, so they don't fit anyone in particular.
Okay, so what? Just like a winter coat?
Yeah, it would be. It's like one of those big fur coats that rich people get, but this seems to be made out of mammoth.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on the big one and call it good.
All right. Who's this down here at the table? Is that you, Nixley?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll me an investigation check of yourself.
Oof. That's awful. That's a 6.
You don't find anything. There's not even anything on the table. It seems to be a dead end for you.
I wasn't looking to begin with, really. I was just scoping out the area.
I'm kind of keeping an eye on this over here, because I don't trust it. The armor.
Oh my goodness, I can't. Because of Flame's constant blanking, now I'm blanking. Omen, go ahead and make me your investigation check.
19.
You're finding a lot of what looks like client journals, but they're all. You're not seeing any that are standing out to you. They're just kind of like Mrs. Kimberly, subject, husband, answers found, was cheating, payment, 10 gold, that sort of thing.
Ah.
Oh, sorry.
If nothing else, Omen's gonna try and look for anything. What would he look for in here? Shit. What would he look for? Evidence locker, maybe?
I could help here, but it would be meta as fuck.
This is not a.
I don't know.
This is not a police station. He's not collecting evidence.
Okay.
I'm going to move on to you, Holden.
Go ahead.
Holden, I assume you're doing the desk?
Yep.
I would need. Why are you doing that, Blake?
I'm just checking something out. Sorry.
He's having fun with the effects.
Yeah, knock it off.
Can I move over to here and potentially help him if he needs it?
No, this would be
Okay.
at the same time.
Okay.
Holden, I need 2 different checks from you. I need a investigation for the desk and a perception.
Alright, investigation first. It's a flat roll for me, and that's a 16.
You find a bag containing 5 gold. You also find what Flame was hoping to find, an actual flask filled with actual alcohol. And you do see what looks to be a more privileged client's book, but as you're looking through it, it's not quite giving you the answers you were hoping for, and I will need you to roll me that perception.
That's an 18 on the die plus 6 for 24.
You think about it for a second as to how that book was positioned in the desk, and you notice very lightly carved in the cover was an arrow, and that arrow appears to be pointing over here.
Alright. I'll bring this book with me. Can I look over my shoulder and see that Omen's going through all those other books?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I mean, he's not being a slob about it, but he is, like, picking them up, reading them, putting them down, trying to help you.
Omen.
Hmm?
You're
Yes?
looking for a specific name.
Alright, what am I looking for?
You're looking for the name Elijah. If you find that, let me know.
Elijah. Alright, now
And
that
then
I
I'll
know.
come over
Is
to
that...
this table.
I don't want to interrupt too much. Is that the name that I had asked you to give me, Trucker?
That's Halden's real name.
Okay, that's just... I didn't want to say that out loud in case you wanted to keep that.
It's fine.
Okay.
They're gonna figure it out eventually anyway.
Yeah, no, it's quite alright. I will say, because all of this is now starting to round back to top of the order, Nimbleton, if you want to help Holden reinvestigate the table, I will allow that.
Can we move,
he
though?
he moved over to me, and so at this point, I'm just here to help him with whatever. I'm not necessarily looking for anything in particular for myself.
Right.
So
But,
I'm just pretty much helping him.
okay. Are you willing to help him with this investigation check is all that I was asking.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
He gave me the most politician answer for a yes and no question I've ever received.
Well, I thought you meant the desk he was at, not the one we're at, because the one we're at is a table.
I know I said table.
Oh. It's been one of those days.
I'm having one too, Mark. Don't feel bad.
I know, I'm just... Hey, I gotta take my jabs when I can get them.
Alright, so I'm assuming you're giving me another investigation roll.
I will in a second. Flame, are you investigating that suit of armor?
Yeah, like, is it armor? Is it something I can steal? Is the weapon something I could steal? You know, stuff like that.
Sure, go ahead and roll me that investigation.
It's cold steel.
17 on the die plus 3, so that's a soft 20.
Alright. With a soft 20. Does a 7 hit you?
Fuck,
as I need everybody to roll me... I need everybody to roll me initiative.
I knew it! I knew it was
no.
animated armor! I knew it!
And
no, a 7 does not hit me.
Fuck.
I got a
Fucking
nat
suppress
20.
this thing. Come on, give me a fuck you. Give me a fuck you. Damn it!
You want to waste that on on combat?
Not really.
Or on initiative, I mean?
Not really.
Mayor, that's a 14 for me, bud.
Alright, let's all settle down. I got my own damn initiative to roll.
Yeah, and I'm
take
right in
my
front of
other
this
roll.
thing.
I
Oh, this
also
is
got
gonna
a
hurt.
14. What's your dex? Flame.
I got a +5 to Dex.
You beat me because I've got a 4. So
Dex is my highest stat, dude. I'm a Dex build, so let's go.
I'm a ranger. So
All right. So
Alright, I'm gonna switch to Witcher combat music.
what did you get, Flame?
I got a 14. I got a 14 with a. I should be above Trucker. I got a +5, so yep.
Omen.
Yes.
What'd you get?
22.
All right, and Nimbleton.
23.
damn animated construct.
Yeah. All right, Nimbleton. This suit of armor started swinging at your new friend.
Son of a bitch.
Combat music.
So,
I'm switching over to combat music now.
This thing's so much.
Oh, I get 2 attacks finally. Like,
Here we go.
okay. I am going to take for my first shot that sharpshooter feat and hope to God, you know, it doesn't fuck me. Let's see. First one's an 11, unfortunately.
Sorry, gotta pull up a sheet. Nope.
Okay, second one's just gonna be a regular shot. Oh. 29.
That hits.
And then 11 damage.
I should have pulled out my calculator. I don't know why I didn't do that. It'll take me 2 seconds if my phone cooperates. It's being a bastard because I need it.
Is this the only thing we see in the room?
Yes.
I have
Alright.
a feeling it's the only monster.
Do I want to do action surge or not?
Up to you, man. This unknown creature, the unknown player's in front of it. Do you think I'm squishy or do you think I'm tanky?
I mean, I just don't trust the thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the
Do as
action
you wish.
surge. And shoot 2 more times. Oh, 17.
That does not hit.
Oh, gee. 24.
That does hit.
That's 7 damage on the second one.
Alrighty.
That's all I can do.
Omen, you are quite far away from this.
My movement is that, so I get. Alright, main action dash. I'm just gonna. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. As he just Naruto run, just tears ass across the hallway, just. And that's it for me.
Alright, it is Suit of Armor's turn.
Oh no!
Does a 14 hit you?
No. My shield blocks it.
Does a 15 hit you?
Again, my shield, dude. I just block it.
Alright. It is now your turn.
Like the suits of armor in Resident Evil, they are cranky and clumsy.
This thing seems to have a one-track mind.
Oh, damn Clank is always getting in the way. And I'm going to draw my sword. And because I want to be a real asshole about this,
Watch out for that clanker!
it needs to make me a... Hold on, I need to check this. It needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Does a 13 do it?
No, it fails. So it's going to take the full force of 2d10 acid damage as I just unhinge my jaw and a 30-foot line of acid is going to cover this thing. And I hope it's weak to acid.
Acid jet.
Oh, come on, that's pathetic damage. I'm only doing 6 points of acid damage.
Purpose. As we call my friend group, poopies.
You see it take damage, but you're not seeing the damage you're hoping for.
Oh shit, is it resistant? Fuck.
It's not that... I don't mean... You were hoping for it to be...
Yeah, I'm hoping
weak.
for it to be weak.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah.
the full damage. It's just not... It doesn't have anything special like that.
Okay. And then after that, you know what? I'm going to incur the wrath of opportunity as I'm going to take a couple steps back. Actually, no, I won't. I'll stay right up front. Never mind. I'll just stay in combat range. If it wants to fight me, it can come and get it.
Well, it so far hasn't hit, so...
I know. That'll be my turn.
Alright, Holden.
No.
I believe I've got a straight line shot to it.
Wait, what did-
Yeah, you certainly do.
Oh, hush, big baby, I'm a good shot.
As good as me?
I'm gonna pull out my new heavy crossbow. I'm gonna take a shot at it. 19 to hit.
That does hit.
That's a D10 plus 4 for 10 damage.
Very good.
I have a second attack, but I can't really attack with this thing again. So I'm gonna need a bonus action to reload.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll take that bonus action to reload this thing so I can hit him again next turn. And that's it for me.
So if your bonus action reloading, then you'd still have your other attack, would you not?
Yeah, you would.
Technically I would, so
Wait.
yeah, shoot it
Yeah,
in.
so go ahead and let her rip, man. Let her
I
rip.
keep forgetting that they did change that. Because used to reload was weird. Alright.
Now it's not.
Yeah, they,
So let her
they
rip.
changed it. The gods.
Reload use.
I don't know if that's gonna do it or not. That's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Nah, just ping, fires off and hits its shoulder, bounces off into the wall.
Well, on the plus side, we know what we could hit it for now. Damn.
All right,
Alright,
Nimbleton.
that's my turn.
Nimbleton.
Okay.
There he is.
Let's see.
Did he fall asleep?
No. I was Snapchatting my wife.
No, I meant like your character, like that battlefield narcolepsy that your
just over
character
there.
seems to have.
Make your attack.
So yeah, I'm gonna do the first one with sharpshooter,
Okay.
and it fails horrifically.
Not one horrifically, I hope.
No, 4, but I have a plus 10 minus 5. That'd be 9.
Okay, yeah, no, definitely not. It just kind of like falls out of your bow as opposed to being shot.
And the next one would be 25.
That definitely hits. Are you still doing sharpshooter?
Not on that one. I
Okay.
rolled it before I called it, so. So that is 9 damage on that one.
It's not looking great.
That's all I can do.
Bowman.
Meow. Time for spear. Two-handed. With advantage. Plus 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Spear. Ooh, almost max, but 11 piercing.
Alright.
Second spear swing. Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Sorry. 10 piercing that time.
Very good.
Kick with key empowered to overpower bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing resistance. Uh, 25, so plus. Oh yeah, since I upgraded to a D6 at level 5, so. Oh sweet, that means max 10 bludgeoning.
It's looking quite rough, but I believe that is its turn now. It's going to take its 2 attacks at Flame, miss horrifically the first time.
Waiting for it.
Does a soft 20 hit you?
Yeah. I'm not that strong, not yet.
You take 8 damage as it basically just takes its gauntlets and hits you with an overhead hammer swing.
You said 8?
Yeah. Just clonks you on top of the head. But it is now your turn.
And
The
we get
ball can
advantage thinking now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So first things first, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast a spell.
Okay.
He's gonna take his longsword, which all of you see, this thing looks like it's made of bronze, not iron or steel. And he's gonna run his tongue across it. And you're all gonna hear the sounds of metal hissing as like an acid was eating at it. As he's gonna cast Draconic Smite. As I'm going to try to hit this thing with my Draconic Smite. Hold on. I need to see what my longsword is. That is a soft 20 to hit it.
That hits.
Okay. So I do a base damage of 1d8 plus 4, and then the spell lets me do an additional, I think, 1d6? Yeah, 1d6, and I'm gonna run that one as acid for this one. So he's gonna take 1d8 plus 4 slashing plus 1d6 acid, so he's taking 10 slashing damage and 1 point of acid damage.
With that and all the acid that you have dealt, you see it hit the ground and begin to melt.
You iron piece of shit.
Now we can go back to the boys who were investigating the table. One of you has advantage. Whoever you choose to have advantage, I'll let you guys help one or the other.
My investigation is a flat roll, so
So is mine.
I guess I'll do it.
Right? Who feels like they got the Vegas odds on their side?
No, let me blow on the D20.
Get the overly attractive waitress to kiss it.
That's an 18 and a 4.
I think we'll go with the 18.
The 18 is just enough. You begin to like, man, you're starting to get very frustrated to the point that you just pick up the table to like look underneath it, and that's when you realize that the table was on top of a trap door and it swings open, revealing a basement.
I'm just gonna yeet this table.
It's kind of hard. You just
Oh, shit.
basically like rip
I'm
the
help.
hinge off, and the table kind of just like falls on its top side over here.
Everybody all right?
Seems
Fine.
we have a basement. Or cellar.
Oh, alright. Let's see what we got down there.
This is where I have to admit that I was ill prepared and didn't make a map for this, so it's theater of the mind.
Hey, Mayor,
The
can I grab this
best.
thing's sword and shield if it had one?
It did not have any of those things. It was fighting barehanded.
I'm just gonna like kick it. 'Cause I bet my acid destroyed the armor.
Yeah, it's junk.
Yeah, just kick it. What are those pieces of shit?
It was
Starting to surprise him,
nondescript. It was nondescript bird of prey punching you.
But yeah, it's you guys get down to the basement and you see another desk and a bunch more bookshelves.
Desk.
I will allow you to roll your investigation.
I will
Bookshelf.
help him.
Looking for booze.
I got a 19. Actually, wait, hold on. Nope, different place. Flame, it's circle for 6, tail for 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's tail. So it's a tail. 22. Sorry.
I got a
You're-
9.
Yeah, Flame, you're not finding any booze. Chaos, you're finding what appears to just be cases that have been long since solved at this point. This is kind of like a storage area. Nothing
I see.
super fancy. And what did you get with your advantage, Trucker?
I got a 19.
You start rummaging through the desk and you find a small lockbox.
That seems pretty important to be locked like that. And in
Yeah,
a
you
cellar.
think you can pick it? With that oh so amazing claw talent of yours?
I would say that this is one of those locks that would be too small.
What'd you guys find?
There's a lockbox in this desk over here, and I'm not exactly the lock-picking type, and it seems too
Mind if I
small
take
and
a crack at it?
delicate for our picky boy over here.
Unfortunately, not even my
If
pinky.
you can get this open, I'll give you this flask that I found in the desk upstairs.
Okay, he'll pull out a pair of lockpicking tools. I have them. I have no proficiencies in them, so it's just a straight. I think it's just a straight sleight of hand for that. So I have a +5 to that.
What do you have the tools for it?
Yeah, I have a pair of tools. I
Okay.
can get them as my back. I can get them as my background. I can get because I could get those or brewing tools, and I took those over my brewing tools.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just making sure. Otherwise, it was going to be a different chat.
Yeah. No, I got these tools. I made sure to take those because I thought it'd be a good way to round them out. Okay. Come on. Give me a fuck you. Don't give me a fuck me. Give you a fuck you. Not a fuck you, but that's a 17 on the die with a 5, 22.
It's one of those things where it's getting to the point of frustration where you just want to give up. It takes you a good 10 minutes of working at it. This is a very sophisticated lock, but you do finally, after you're about to just throw up your hands and say, okay, yeah, I'm done, it does finally open.
Imagine like he just gets like down like eye level to it, just whispers in the lock. If you don't unlock for me, I'm just going to melt you with my breath. Here. Boop. There we go.
I'll trade you the flask for the box.
He will gladly do that trade. Doesn't even give a shit about the box. He just wants the alcohol.
Knock yourself out. I don't know what it is,
Oh.
but it sloshes, and I think that's what you've been looking for.
Oh, thank you, Bearman.
Surprised it's alchemy's fire.
Don't tempt me. I'll drink that
This,
shit.
this just got an
Fire
extra
acid
kick
heat
going
fire.
down.
Okay, do you open the
Ringall!
box?
Go.
Yeah, open the box and see what's inside.
You see two things: a piece of paper and another one of those client books.
I'll pick up both, but I'll look at the piece of paper first.
One Joseph Mullen hereby swears to serve the Cold Iron Syndicate. Signed. He signed a couple of initials that are very hastily written, and then below it, Joseph Mullen.
Joseph Mullen. Mr. Answers his real name, or did he find this as evidence against somebody? Who knows? Start flipping through the book.
Oh, I apologize. His name is Oliver Paul. That's the name that was written on the other line.
Okay, so this was signed by two people?
Yes, and I'm really annoyed because I cannot find the name of the first one, but the other one is Oliver Paul.
Oliver Paul and
Joseph Mullen.
Joseph Mullen.
Well, Joseph Mullen was a mistake. That's not on there at all.
Damn it.
Okay, so his name is Oliver Paul.
Yeah.
P-A-U-L or P-A-L-L?
Paul.
Alright. So I'll kind of set that off to the side for a second, and then I'll start looking through this ledger journal.
The other guy's name is... The other name on it would be Horace.
Horace. H-O-R-U-S or H-O-R-A-C-E?
I just had it. Why do I do this to myself?
I'm sorry.
H-O-R-U-S. Horace.
Egyptian god. Cool. I dig it.
There is no last name to that, though. Do you open the book?
Yes.
Upon opening the book, you read... Why do... My notes are a little all over the place. I had to take a lot of different notes for this session. You see client Moldov, M-O-L-D-O-V, Moldov. Target Elijah.
Client Moldov. Why are you doing this to me, tablet? M-O-L... Which was it? M-O-L what?
M-O-L-D-O-V, Moldov.
Moldov. Margaret. Elijah. Okay.
I have to scroll through a lot. Like I said, I had to do a lot of notes when I was planning this for you.
If you need their names, I have those.
Right, but I had done something very specific just for your thing. It might be on my phone. I do apologize. I thought this was going to be a little more accessible.
As a man whose Google Docs is one giant nightmare, I get it.
Welcome to your nightmare. Welcome to nightmare.
Thanks, Mark.
Okay. On the next page, you see a lot more details, and I assume everybody else has kind of joined in Chaos. This book has a lot more details than any of the other ones. And it basically says, what was your mother and father's name?
My wait, mine or Omen's?
Yours.
Assuming mine. Dad's name was Cal, Kal,
Okay.
and the mother's name was Marie.
It says in here that Moldov is in fact your uncle, and your mother, upon the digging of Mr. Oliver, as you are assuming that is what Mr. Answer's real name was, it details how for some time ago, before the quarantine became the quarantine ward, a tribe of bear folk had come and joined the tribe of bear folk that you are a part of. And your mother was a part of that heritage that had come over to join. It goes on to say that while this would have been a problem for some, it had basically become a non-issue over time. And it goes into some deranged details about how your father's brother had always had a thing for your mother, but she chose his brother instead, who is your father. It then goes into detail that he had hired Mr. Paul to dig up dirt on you specifically because your parents had both died at that point, and discovered that you had a wife, kids, and some of the heritage from the quarantine ward was starting to show out a little bit more in your children as almost like a deeply recessive trait. And because he could no longer have your mother, he had decided to destroy your life in order to get revenge on the fact that he could not have your mother. So he sought to destroy your father, but your father was no longer alive, so you were the last living person that he could adequately take his frustrations out on. So he got this information from Mr. Paul, and when you went out hunting, him and some other people that he had hired through the Cold Iron Syndicate murdered your family while you were gone. And you know very well that Moldov is still alive, and is in fact next in line to become the new chief of your tribe.
That's all you have to say, friend? Hmm?
Nah, that was me as a person. I'm typing this out.
Oh, you're typing. Oh.
Well, he's taking
Nah,
notes.
notes.
Settle down.
I
I was about to
do have
say.
a question.
Sure.
Did you read that out loud, Trucker, or did you read that internally?
It would have been internal. I have a way to play this scene out.
Okay, so there'll be no reason to ask you. Got it.
Never mind then.
One moment. He is alive.
I will
Damn it.
say this for the
Fat finger.
sake of time. I will allow Trucker to say his thing, and that will be where I'm going to end it.
I will hand this ledger. Who's closest to me? I assume it's Nimbleton.
Yeah, he was
Yes.
actively helping you. I'll say that all this all the investigation from the others is happening all at the same time, so you guys have had an extra 10 minutes to do this.
Right. So I will hand this ledger to Nimbleton, and then I'm going to make my way over to one of the shelves, and I'm just going to vent rage. Just pull those shelves down, screaming, roaring, the whole thing. And then I guess Nimbleton can get you guys over there and y'all can see all that.
And with that, that is where I'm going to end tonight's session.
Thank goodness, because I have a test tomorrow.
Oh, settle down. Well, I hope you
Test
liked
you will
that.
pass.
Oh, I love the shit out of
Oh,
that.
I
Was
love this whole session.
was my father in line
It
for
was
that?
great.
Or...
Yeah, your father was supposed to be the next chief. But that
So
literally
he
had
went after
next to nothing to do with it. He was so infatuated with your mother and how he could not have her that being chief meant literally nothing to him.
all right.
A literal afterthought.
So out of his sheer jealousy for her, he was going to do something against them, but they died beforehand.
Basically, yeah, he was going to
He went after me instead.
find a way to disgrace your father, but your mother and father died too soon before he could come up with something. And the only way to disgrace them is to disgrace their memory by disgracing you. Sponsored by Martin Mancini. That was probably
My apologies, I haven't been able to post a review, Mr. Mancini. School has been a major priority for me. I've been very busy trying to get my education in order.
I'm sure everybody's fine with it.
Yes.
With that said, though, holy moly, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I hope you guys had fun.
Also,
Let's
Mayor,
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, Cav?
Goth Mommy Goliath, why?
Because it came to my mind immediately, and I need to come up with something.
You son of a bitch. You sneaky, you clever, you son of a bitch.
I was focusing too much on getting the information at the end, which I wish I could have done a slightly better, but I was trying to make this special for Trucker.
I love the
You did a
hell out
good
of
damn
it.
job, man.
But with that being said, we've been on a streak of giving advice, and I would like to switch it up and put a little spin on this. I would like you all to obviously like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that. But instead of typical advice, let's give them some entertainment advice. What show or movie would you recommend if you could only recommend one to our audience? And we will start with you, Chaos, so you can get out of here.
Dun, dun,
What?
dun, dun, dun.
Don to Don?
It's this new show that's coming out. It's coming out in both English and sub. If for those who want either.
Oh, Dawn
It's
to Dawn.
yeah. It's written by the person who apprenticed under Chainsaw Man.
That damn East Coast accent of yours had you speeding through that sentence like a son of a bitch. I couldn't understand what the show was at first. I thought you were just
Yeah,
making noises at me.
No, okay. Just because I do onomatopoeia more often than not, doesn't mean I'm trying to actually do what I'm doing to show titles.
Yeah,
Not at least not intentionally.
you like being a soundboard, so it was hard to distinguish.
Okay, okay, fair. But yeah, the show's named Don Don, and it's actually really fun. It's only 4 episodes out, but it's definitely worth a watch. The first episode, it'll sell you.
Where can the audience find that?
On Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll. Excellent. All right, if you need to get going, Chaos, I'll let you go.
Thank you.
Of course.
Good night.
Night. I'm really sick of Discord doing that. All right, Flame, you're next in line. If you could recommend one movie or show, what is it and where can they find it?
Hello, everybody. It's your boy Flame Revenant. As he said, like, comment, share, subscribe, spread a word of the mouth. As we don't do advertising besides Martin Mancini. Follow us on Discord and check our subscribe star. If I had to pick a show, I'm gonna tell you to watch MASH 4077 because it is the greatest television show to ever exist. You can find it on Hulu and Prime Video.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Marky Mark.
hmm
Ooh, for me, it's gotta be Clone Wars.
Where can they find Clone Wars?
I mean, I think it's
Disney
on
Plus.
Netflix, Disney Plus.
I like that the voice of Nimbleton has slowly started to ruin your speech.
I'm telling you, lists. If you say them long
He-
enough, they
makes
just
Yeah, dude, because the
they're
guy that did
infectious.
who's the dude that did? I think it was one of the princes in the movies, the English princes, and he ended up getting the list and the speech impediment because of doing the character.
Yeah, all I can say is it's made it worth it allowing you to do that voice, so it's starting to bite you in the ass. Space Trucker, any show or movie and where they can find it.
The greatest movie of all time, The Princess Bride, and it's on Disney Plus.
For me, I would say I'm gonna go with the movie. No Country for Old Men, and you can find that on HBO Max, I believe. That movie's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think that should do it for us. I'm gonna upload this thing for this Monday, so see you then. Adios.
You in the comment. Yeah, and you in the comment. Can you guess what my guy is? Good luck.
Well, you kind of gave it away.
Not really. That's a Cobalt Press spell, and 5 different classes can use that spell.
Well, either way,
Can you guess his end goal?
if you can, also, Thunder's been doing real good on the comments section. Share your favorite moment from this session with me in the comments. Well, I choked to death on air. Not like on air as in on film here. I'm literally choking to death on the physical thing we need to breathe.
The answer is yes.
Adios.
On that lovely. Bye.
Later.